dirty jokes.
Live high atop Marquette Stadium as week 2 of the KHSAA football season is upon us, and McCracken County looks to continue the momentum gathered last week in their 42-7 win over Mayfield. They quickly turn the page to district football tonight as they welcome the Marshals of Marshall County High School here to Marquette Stadium on senior night 2020. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Eric Chumbler. Pleasure to be with you once again for high school football in the state of Kentucky as week 2 is upon us. And Jared Adams with me once again. Jared, week 1 really could not have gone any better for the McCracken County Mustangs. Yes, they could have played better in spurts, but overall, anytime you win 42-7 over Mayfield, you really can't complain.
You're exactly right. When you look at the way we started the season, this is an abbreviated season without the traditional run-up to the season where you have 2 or 3 scrimmages and you get more time and pads. So all that being considered, we played really well considering the fact that we're kind of on the short end of the preparation.
And overall for McCracken County, it has been one of those where they had some things they had to more or less work on for tonight, but Coach Clark overall very happy, especially on the defensive side of the football.
You're exactly right. And when you look at last year to this year, it's both teams, or those two teams, had different strengths. And right now, with the defense starting so well, it's such a nice, like a feeling of security knowing you got a good group over there that gives your sophomore quarterback a little bit of time to develop as he gets better every game. You don't have to worry about having to score so many points to keep us in the game. Whereas early on last season, it was exactly the same way with our defense, a very young defense. The offense had to carry them through several games, but by the end of the year, that defense was clicking. They've started just where they picked up, very dominant, and definitely better than they were last year as well. So it's kind of like a tale of two seasons flipped. So in that situation, I feel like we got good things ahead for our offense.
As McCracken County warms up to our right, Marshall County to our left. The Marshall County Marshals this year under new head coach Steve Etheridge, someone you and I in the McCracken County football program know quite well as he was here for 5 seasons in McCracken County, and someone that Coach Clark and this staff really admires, respects, and obviously during this game tonight wants to beat, but wishes well otherwise.
You're exactly right. Coach Etheridge predates Clark, actually. He was here with Coach Jackson, and even then Coach Jackson would speak so highly of him. Mm-hmm. He's a future head coach, and he stayed through 3 seasons with Clark and found an opportunity in a neighboring county, took advantage of it. We wish him the best. We know that the kind of guy he is, he's a very intelligent football brain. He's a guy that that in a couple years this team is going to look markedly different than they are now based on the type of guy that he is.
And so that is the matchup before us tonight. This is the Buffalo Wild Wings pregame show. Make your pregame or postgame at Buffalo Wild Wings in Paducah. Appetizers, entrees, desserts, and more. They've got it for you at Buffalo Wild Wings in Paducah. We'd like to remind you we are doing the final score predictions once again here tonight. You can text us in the next hour before kickoff starts your prediction on the final score for the night, and the winner will receive a free meal from Culver's. And so if you want a free meal from Culver's, one free meal from Culver's, it will be the winner of tonight's prediction contest. So send me your prediction of McCracken and Marshall County, and also include your name so I can know who wins here at the end of the night, and then let them know that you have won if you do win. And the number to text and give us your final score prediction from McCracken County and Marshall County, that is 270-557-8223. 270-557-8223. Give us your prediction, and we will enter you before kickoff tonight, and the winner receives one free meal from Culver's. Already have one prediction from Mr. Roy Bohannon. Good to hear from your brother Roy, and he is entered into the contest. Send us your texts with your name and prediction, and a free meal from Culver's could be yours. We have a lot to talk about over the next 55 minutes or so. We will be chatting with Miss Jamie Jones, Public Relations Director of McCracken County Schools, about everything going on inside and outside the district, as well as the Coach Clark interview. We'll have the Brandon Clifton Allstate Insurance for Success. We'll have the body of work for Marshall County and McCracken County, and the starting lineups for tonight as well. When we come back on the Buffalo Wild Wings pregame show, we'll be chatting with Miss Jamie Jones, the Public Relations Director of McCracken County Schools. That's next, 99.5 The Fan. Hi, atop Marquette Stadium, getting you set for tonight's matchup, McCracken County and Marshall County, getting you the countdown to kickoff about 49 minutes away from the Marshalls and the Mustangs here on 99.5 The Fan, the Baird broadcast booth. If you are looking to roll over your 401k or open an IRA or maybe just an investment account, call Brent Hausman with Hausman Financial Group and Baird on Lone Oak Road in Paducah. Brent, Larry Hausman, and the entire crew at Hausman Financial Group on Lone Oak Road in Paducah. This is also, as I mentioned, the Buffalo Wild Wings pregame show. Perfect time to make your pregame or your postgame at Buffalo Wild Wings in Paducah. Appetizers, entrees, desserts, and more. They've got it for you at Buffalo Wild Wings in Paducah. We've had several get their score predictions in by text message, and you can still do that as well. The winner, as I mentioned, will receive one free meal from Culver's. And so text your final score prediction for Marshall County and McCracken County, also including your name. And you can text that to the following, 270-557-8223, 270-557-8223. That's brought to you by the Cellular Connection, your locally owned Verizon Wireless retailer, Lone Oak Road, next to Seaplant in Paducah. It's always a pleasure to be joined now by the Public Relations Director of McCracken County Schools, Miss Jamie Jones. And, Jamie, it's great to have you this week. We had Mr. Carter last week, but now we have to bring in the MVP of the group. Is that an accurate way to put it?
I believe so.
I like it.
Yes,
And
I don't want to be his fill-in.
That's right. No, he was your fill-in.
Yes, okay, he's filling in for me, right?
That's right. And I'm almost assuredly he's listening, so I want to make sure I made that the MVP is here.
Thank you for that. Yes, I'm the real MVP. That's right.
That's right.
Yes.
Well, it is a pleasure to have you here tonight as we talk everything going on inside the district. And I know there's a lot to kind of brag about in terms of what's going on inside the district. And the first thing I know you want to talk about is kind of some great things going on in the district that you don't really see all that much, but we see it here frequently.
Sure. I wanted to mention, I know Mr. Carter last week did mention that we had a National Merit semifinalist, which is Mason Wooten. But if you weren't listening, there you go. Mason Wooten, National Merit semifinalist. But I wanted to add that we have had at least one student, if not 2 and 3, 4 students that have been named National Merit semifinalists every year since McCracken County High School has been open. So that is a huge achievement. There's schools that go years without having a National Merit semifinalist. So we are super proud of our students, as always. But I did want to mention that we have had 1, 2, 3, and 4 students become National Merit semifinalists. And
it's just something that we've almost come to expect, which is insane to say out loud because, as you said, most school districts go years without a participant.
Yes, absolutely. We are. It is an incredible achievement, and so we are super proud of our students every year, and we don't mind telling the world about our achievements from our students.
The junior class last spring also achieved something that you want to brag about as well.
Sure. Last spring, we all know, I will never forget March 13th, our last day in school in person. That was somewhat normal. But I wanted to mention that our juniors last spring, had a 20.6 composite ACT score. And that is almost 2 points higher than the state average. During a pandemic, during our worlds being tossed upside down, they still scored a 20.6 composite average on the ACT. So want to brag about that and make sure everyone knows they were still working hard and kept our composite average above the state. Also wanted to mention on that same note that our AP scores were excellent as always. We had 504 AP tests across 20 subject areas, and it was a 59% passage rate. So those tests were also taken last spring when everything was crazy and nothing was normal. But those students still took those tests and performed well. So wanted to mention our AP scores and our ACT score.
That is phenomenal. You love to hear about that every year, and it seems like it just keeps getting better. And congratulations to those juniors last spring as well. Before we get to the next one, I want to give a shout out to Mr. Carter listening in here tonight.
Yes. I am so glad he is listening. That is awesome.
You and I thought he might be.
I knew it.
That's right. That shout out brought to you by the Cellular Connection, Lone Oak Road next to Seaplant in Paducah. As we look at the next one, I know we talk about grants here and there, and sure enough, there's another great grant that you want to discuss as well.
Yes, we have an incredible grant writer in our district, and it's always good to bring funds and money into the district. So wanted to mention that we have a $145,000 COPS grant that we just received, and that is to update our security systems across the district. So we are proud of our grant writer and our SROs that work hard each and every day to keep our students safe. So we get $145,000 free grant money to update our security system. So that's very exciting.
Indeed. It's always fun to watch and hear about that coming towards McCracken County Schools. And also the boys basketball team. Talk about a way in which they are raising money for the kids of the program.
Yes, so the basketball boys boosters are having a golf scramble tomorrow, and basketball season's not far away, so they're going to need some funds. So if you are not doing anything tomorrow, you want to get a team together, and it's a 4-person scramble. The information is on our district website and on social media, but that'll help raise some funds for the boys basketball team, and that is tomorrow, and it is at Drake Creek. So if you don't have any plans tomorrow, sign up for that. They would sure appreciate it.
And if you are ever wanting to know about what's going on inside the district, so many different ways to do it. That's one thing I love about this district. You are never short of finding information going on inside the district. You are a big part of that. Tell us how folks can find information inside the district.
Yes, I want to make sure anything that we have going on that our parents, our community, they know about it. So there's ways to stay connected on social media. Facebook is McCracken County Schools. Just search for us there. On Twitter, Instagram, and then of course our website, www.mccracken.kyschools.us. So much information on there that is updated all the time. Seems that we're talking a lot about COVID these days. If you have any information or need any information about our Healthy at School and what we're doing to keep our students safe inside the building during this pandemic, please visit our website. All the information you could ever want is on there.
I kind of was joking about Mr. Carter earlier, but cannot say enough about the job Mr. Carter, the school board, all of the administrators at all the different schools, and then all the teachers, all of the staff members, all of the students, everyone has handled this unprecedented time in each and every school that McCracken County has. It just looks flawless what has gone on, and that's a testament to everyone that we've mentioned.
Yes, and there's a lot of hard work going on behind the scenes, preparing for this year. Every day, everyone is pulling together, working hard to make sure we can keep our students in the building safe, but continue to have in person. So extremely proud of everyone. We couldn't do it without each other and as working as a team.
I did tell Mr. Carter that you were the one that put me up to saying all that.
You lied, Eric. Listen, he's my boss, okay?
That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
I have nothing but good things to say about Mr.
Absolutely.
Carter. He's great. He's a great fill-in for me.
There you go. That's right.
He is.
In all seriousness, it is always fun catching up with you about things going on inside McCracken County Schools. You do a great job keeping folks updated. One last time, how can folks hear about what's going on inside the school district?
Sure. Visit our website, www.mccracken.kyschools.us. Search for us on Facebook, McCracken County Schools, Twitter, Instagram. We have an app. If you want to go to the App Store, go to on your Apple or Android, just search for McCracken County Schools, and you will be able to download our app. You'll get instant information when there's events or news happenings, all those notifications. We don't want anybody to miss out on anything we have going on, so just make sure you visit all of those places, and we will get the information to you.
That's exactly right. Jamie, as always, appreciate your time. I know we'll be chatting with you or Mr. Carter next week, whichever one, but always a pleasure. Thanks for keeping us up to date inside the district.
Thanks, Eric.
All right. That is Jamie Jones joining us. And, Jared, you and I always talk about what's going on inside the athletics of McCracken County, and you cannot say enough about the job going on inside the district. I know you see it on a daily basis at Lone Oak Middle. But in this unprecedented time with COVID going on, just McCracken County Schools has been phenomenal.
As a first-person witness of the job that McCracken County has, I don't envy these administrators. They've had to roll with the punches, change sometimes minute by minute, especially early on. I remember us having a faculty meeting, and in the middle of the faculty meeting, our principal gets a phone call and says, "Hold on, never mind. everything's changing, and they just kind of roll with it, and we've had to as well. But I'm just so impressed with the job our school administration has done, Lonoc Middle School, but also our district administration in laying out a plan to keep us healthy. I'm really thankful for that. It does put me as a teacher at ease. I know it puts the kids at ease. No, it's not fun wearing a mask all day, but it's one of those things that, this is my responsibility to do my part, and you kind of just, you see it as that as more of a responsibility, not an obligation. And the school has done such a good job preparing our buildings, the hard work everyone's put in. It's just impressive. Monumental task. You can kind of see it from the outside, but when you're on the inside, you just see this massive, undertaking in getting our schools ready for a brand new world we are living in now.
Get us your final score predictions. You can text us. We'll give you the phone number in just a moment. Who you think the winner will be, McCracken and Marshall, and the final score prediction, and along with your name. And you can send that to 270-557-8223. 270-557-8223. The winner will receive one free meal from Culver's, and I will be able to get to you sometime next week. So that phone number once again, 270-557-8223. When we come back here at Marquette Stadium, we'll talk about senior night for just a moment. That is the untraditional senior night, doing it on the second game of the year because you do not know what this COVID season will entail, and that is tonight. So we will talk about that when we return high atop Baird broadcast booth at Marquette Stadium, 99.5 The Fan. Back here for the folks on YouTube. And Jared, a nice group of kids in front of us. They're seniors about to join us right now with their families. It's a bit weird seeing it go on in daylight, and what I mean by that is normally it's dark this time of day whenever we have senior night because there's been a time change, but this year's a little bit different.
Yeah, you're right. And this being the second game of the season, it's a little odd. But it's important that we realize that you want to honor these kids. You want these kids to be recognized for all their hard work. One thing about Coach Clark's program is he expects a lot out of you. And so these students that are here, these student athletes that are here, the fact that they're seniors that are on this team, that they've worked so hard to get here and rose to the challenge. And it's really impressive to see a very big group of young men. I've had the privilege to coach almost all of them, and they are a fantastic group of boys. If you ever get a chance just to be around them in a non-football setting, you'll see it immediately. Every single one of them, it was just a blast. They're passionate as all get out, I feel like this is a standard bearer type of class. You're looking at, 15.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Marquette Stadium for our McCracken County Mustangs 2020 Senior Night. At this time, we would like to recognize our seniors from our Mustangs football team. Senior Tayton Bettinger, escorted tonight by Sarah Byers. Tayton has been participating in football for 10 years. He is a 2-year varsity starter and has maintained a GPA of 3.5 or higher. Senior Tayton Bettinger. Mustang Senior Elijah Boone, escorted tonight by Jamie and Tammy Boone. Elijah has been participating in football for 10 years. He has been in choir for 8 years and on the MCHS trap team for 4 years. Elijah is a black belt in Taekwondo. Senior Elijah Boone. Hunter Bradley, escorted tonight by Julie and Angie Vinson. Hunter has been playing football for 8 years. He has started varsity for 3 years and was an All-State running back last season. Hunter plans to continue his football career in college. Senior, Hunter Bradley. Cyrus Cowan, escorted tonight by Franklin and Aubrey Cowan. Cyrus has been participating in football for 9 years. He moved from Idaho to Kentucky his junior year. Senior, Cyrus Cowan. Mustang senior Jamison Evers, escorted tonight by Robert and Andrea Evers. Jamison has been playing football for 6 years. He is a 3-year varsity starter and awarded academic All-State for 2 years. Jamison has earned a 3.8 GPA throughout high school. Senior Jamison Evers. Senior Jackson Gruber, escorted tonight by Darren and Mandy Gruber. Jackson has been participating in football for 10 years. He was a Paducah Teen Ambassador. Jackson has enlisted into the U.S. Marine Corps. Senior Jackson Gruber. Mustang senior Xander Mays, escorted tonight by Kim and Courtney Mays. Xander has been participating in football for 10 years. He is a 3-year varsity starter and was awarded KHSAA Academic All-State. Xander received the Most Improved Player Award. Senior Xander Mays. Mustang senior Ian McCune, escorted tonight by Robert and Stacy McCune. Ian has been playing football for 6 years. He has also played varsity basketball for 3 years and has been awarded academic first team All-State. Ian has maintained a 4.0 GPA throughout high school. Mustang senior Ian McCune. Senior Blakely Miller, escorted tonight by Bill Miller and Mary LeDuc. Blakely has been participating in football for 6 years. He is a 3-year varsity letterman and a 2-time academic All-State honorable mention. Blakely is also in the 1,100-pound club. Senior Blakely Miller. Mustang senior Kieran Perez, escorted tonight by Willie Pirtle and Brittany Robinson. Kieran has been participating in football for 9 years. He was on the All-West Kentucky Conference team and has maintained a 3.7 GPA. Kieran plans on attending Murray State in the fall. Senior Kieran Perez. Mustang Cedar Carter Rowland, escorted tonight by John Rowland and Heather and Joseph Ashburn. Carter has been participating in football for 10 years. He has been awarded KHSAA Academic All-State. Senior Carter Rowland. Senior Alex Schley, escorted tonight by Freddie and Kim Schley. Alex has been playing football for 7 years. He has also been wrestling for 6 years and maintained a 4.0 GPA throughout high school. Alex was awarded KHSAA Academic All-State for football and wrestling all 4 years and is a member of FCA and HOSA. He plans to attend college and pursue a career in sports medicine. Senior Alex Schley. Mustang senior Dalton Skinner, escorted tonight by Donnie and Kim Skinner. Dalton has been playing football for 10 years. He is a 2-year varsity starter and a 2-time World Bass Final fishing qualifier. Dalton has maintained above a 3.86 GPA throughout high school. Senior Dalton Skinner. Senior Colton Smallwood, escorted tonight by Brandon and April Smallwood and Eric and Emily Keller. Colton has been playing football for 5 years. He is a state wrestling qualifier. Senior Colton Smallwood. Mustang Senior Colton Smith, escorted tonight by Jennifer and Corey Smith. Colton has been playing football for 7 years. He is enlisted in the Air Force and has maintained a 3.0 GPA. Senior Colton Smith. Mustang Senior Gavin Trueblood, escorted tonight by Lee Trueblood. Gavin has been participating in football for 10 years. He is a 2-year varsity starter. Gavin is in the 1,200-pound club. Senior Gavin Trueblood. And finally, Mustang Senior Hunter Vlack, escorted tonight by Joseph and Brandy Vlack. Hunter has been playing football for 10 years. He is a 3-year varsity starter and a 3-time state wrestling qualifier. Hunter has maintained a 3.5 GPA. Mustang Senior Hunter Vlack. How about another big hand for all of our 2020 McCracken County High School football seniors?
I was lightning before the thunder.
He's ready. He moves towards the football. The kick's in the air. It's an end-over-end kick, and it's going to be returned at the 31. Out to the 33, 35. There's a hole across the 40, across the 50. Down the left sideline he goes, inside to the 29-yard line. First down and 10, Marshall County.
Great return by them. Looks like we had a little overplayed that side with our coverage, able to reverse field and find a seam down the sideline. So now our defense comes out playing a short field. Got to buckle down. We were in plenty of these situations last week, and we came out very clean overall against Mayfield when we were having to defend a short field.
First down and 10 for the Marshals on the McCracken County 30-yard line is Connor Nix, the sophomore quarterback, in the shotgun. He has behind him a running back who gets the snap, who's met behind the line and dropped.
Isaiah Keys, the junior, the promising junior, making a lot of noise last week. He is a fantastic guy to watch. His dad is one of the loudest people in the stands, so you probably hear him every time Isaiah does something good. He's a joy to be around and a fantastic football player.
And he was able to create a loss of 2 for Marshall County. 2nd and 12 for the Marshals on the McCracken 32-yard line after a great return on the opening kickoff. There's a handoff. Nope, throw left side. It's incomplete as it was off the fingertips for McCracken County of Nathan Helmich.
It looked like Ian McCune tipped it up, and Nathan Helmich couldn't pull it in. Would have been a pick 6 for them. But regardless, it's 3rd and long. Looks like 3rd and 12. Putting them in a passing situation again. Well, I'd say it's 2-down territory.
At the 32, I'd say you are correct. It'll be 3rd down and 12 here for Marshall County after taking the opening kickoff down to the 30-yard line. Just underway, no score. Jared Adams alongside me. I'm Eric Chumbler. Thanks for joining us here tonight. Dropping back to pass. Nix over the middle of the field. It's caught inside the 30 to the 27. That'll make it about a 4th and about 7.
Nathan Helmich coming up to make that tackle. You can tell that he's going to be a hitter this year. He packs quite a punch. Little crossing route. Nathan comes up and drops him.
4th and 6, they call it. Shout out to Scott Davis listening tonight in Evansville, Indiana. Good to hear from you, Scott. Several other shout outs to get to as well. We'll do that in just a moment. 4th down and 6 for the Marshals on the McCracken 26-yard line. Mustang Nation making some noise. 10:30 here in the first quarter, and Marshall County wants to talk about it.
Trying to draw us offside, and I will say Mayfield tried that last week. And so far, we've been very disciplined on the defensive side of the ball, watching the ball, knowing the situation.
And so if you are Marshall County, you certainly do not want to let this fall by the wayside, as this is your opportunity to potentially strike first.
Yeah, you're right. Marshall County is given a dream situation there. I don't really know what they need to talk about. But if they're not going to punt or try to kick it, I don't know, maybe something a little fancy. Try to get some points out of this.
Definitely something to consider. This is your opportunity to strike first at Marquette Stadium.
Quick shout out to my beautiful wife and 2 daughters, Ansley and Emery. They're listening in. Glad to hear that. Hopefully they become big football fans.
That's right. I imagine they will. You're going to make sure it happens.
You're right.
So the situation here, 4th down and 6 for Marshall County on the McCracken 26-yard line after they were able to take the opening kickoff down to the McCracken 30. Nix is in the shotgun as Mustang Nation makes some noise. Nix looks over the defense, gets the snap, looks to pass, those over the middle. It's incomplete, and so the Marshals will turn it over on downs to McCracken County.
Tried a little dump route, a little seam route, threw it high, deflected by one of our guys, couldn't pull in the interception. Not that we really needed them to.
Want to give a shout out to Trad York listening in tonight. Good to hear from you, brother Trad. Also, my mom and Aunt Robin listening in tonight. Good to hear from you. I'm sure my dad is as well. Those shout outs brought to you by the Cellular Connection, Lone Oak Road next to Seaplant in Paducah. 1st down and 10 for the Mustangs on their own 26-yard line. No score. McCracken County and Marshall County. It is a toss left side. As Hughes gets out to about the 31-yard line, gain of about 5 on first down, 2nd and 5.
Jeremiah Hughes on the jet, able to be productive, 5 yards on a jet sweep. That's a productive run. The purpose of a jet isn't necessarily to hit big, it's to stretch defenses. And they just want those guys to be playing a little outside the tackles, open up the inside.
2nd down and 5 for the Mustangs on their own 31-yard line as Lamb hands it off to Hunter Bradley. He goes left side. He'll have the first down and then some across the 40 to about the 42. Nice job going off tackle for Hunter for the first down. There's a flag, though.
Yeah, there is a flag on the field. Looks like it's against us. Holding.
So that will make it from a first down to a 2nd and long.
Did not see this. Okay, it's at the 31-yard line, so that's, yeah, it's going to be.
It will be
2nd
exactly
and 15.
2nd and 15, you're right. Nice crowd on hand for McCracken County here tonight. Already been boisterous so far. They have great football etiquette, as Coach Clark noted. They are quiet on offense and very loud on defense. So Pryor Lamb in the shotgun. He has Hunter Bradley behind him. 2 wideouts to the left, 1 to the right. As there's a snap. Throw left side is complete to Mays across the 20. Cuts it back 25. Goes up the left sideline. He'll be out at the 35, making it a 2nd and short, I believe.
Yeah, that was a great block, by the way, by Nick Masick, the promising junior. He had a really good year last year, mostly catching passes, as Pete Holmes did most of the blocking, but that's something he's getting better at as well. They did count the first down. I thought he stepped out early.
Shout out to the Carper family listening in Gatlinburg. More to get to in a moment. Lamb, quick throw, left side. Mays, complete across the 40, out to about the 42-yard line.
Good read there. Playing soft coverage against Xander Mays, one of their better deep threats on the team. You know, probably playing 10 yards off, a little quick slant there, getting net some 7 yards, or maybe 6.
2nd and 4 for McCracken County, inching closer to midfield at the 42. Lamb throws right side. That is complete to Hughes, but dropped. They're going to say it is incomplete.
In and out of his hands would have been a one-on-one matchup for a nice gain there. I like the fact that we're going with some short intermediate throws with Pryor early, getting the run game going. Not really anything is not working, so wide open playbook.
Shout out to Mustang alum Skylar Mays listening in tonight in Carbondale, Illinois, saying go Stings.
Good to hear from him.
More to get to in just a moment. It'll be 3rd down and 4 for the Mustangs on the 42. Lamb, he's going to air it out in the left sideline, but overthrows as an intended receiver, incomplete. And so the Mustangs will punt here with 9:08 in this first quarter. No score. Want to give a shout out to the Rudies, leaving the pumpkin patch at Rudy's and listening in tonight. Good to hear from the Rudy family. All these brought to you by the Cellular Connection, Lone Oak Road next to Seaplant in Paducah. Also, Joyce Lewis. Joyce and Buddy Lewis listening in tonight as well. 4th and 4. McCracken County to punt. Xander Mays to do the honor, who can absolutely boom it. This time it's a sidewinding, spiraling kick. Does its job inside the 30, inside the 20. Bounces right back to the 20 where the Mustangs will down it. That's what you want from your punter.
Yeah, he's got multiple kicks. He can boom it, but oftentimes he's got this kick that's kind of a runner, and it'll just bounce along the ground. And it landed probably at the 35 and bounced 15 yards to the 20. So he's got multiple types of kicks in his arsenal. There he kind of went with something that bounced along the ground.
Graves County takes the opening kickoff into the end zone against Mayfield, trying to end a streak dating back to 2008. Graves County leads 7-0. That's who we had in that one. Hand off to the back for Marshall County, who's hit in the backfield and dropped once again. Great push up front by the Mustang defensive line.
Defensive line and the linebackers playing great. It looked like Hunter Vlack there on the tackle. One of the keys to success defensively is always, if you're a defensive lineman, you want to occupy a double team so that your linebackers can make all the plays. And so far we've seen Isaiah Keys and Hunter Vlack early on getting a lot of looks.
2nd and 12 for Marshall County. 8:20 first quarter, no score. McCracken County and Marshall County. In the shotgun is Nix. Takes a snap. Little confusion. He's in the backfield and sacked.
It looked like he read something. I don't know what he read, but he pulled it and ran, and that led him into the arms of multiple Mustangs. I think Leandre Bolin was one of the first there, but Nate Helmich came up from the safety position and finished him off.
Want to give a shout out Nathan Joyce and the Joyce family in the car, flipping between the Mustangs and St. Louis Cardinals. I can assure you we're not as depressing as the Cardinals tonight. I can almost guarantee it. It's been a rough stretch for the Cardinals. Did win this afternoon, though. Pleased to report. Aren't you happy, Jared?
Oh, I'm thrilled. I was on the edge of my seat all day just wondering how in the world am I going to stay awake while following this game.
That's right. 3rd down and 14 for the Marshals. Nix hands it off to the back. That's Bowerman. He has a hole across the 20 to the 25. That's going to be short of the first down marker, making it about 4th and 4 for Marshall County.
Promising hole there, though. It was a well-executed play. Gained him almost 10 yards on the play, but when you start your first 2 series backwards, it's kind of hard to climb out of that hole.
4th down and 4. Marshall County to punt back to McCracken County. Mustangs want to strike first. We'll have a big opportunity here, likely getting it in Marshall County territory.
Xander Mays the punter, Xander Mays the punt returner.
As the punt is not going to go very far. In fact, it goes out of bounds, and that's going to be a punt of 4 yards. It goes out of bounds at the 30, and that's where McCracken County will take over for Marshall County 30-yard line.
I would say if he attempted to kick that downfield, it would have been blocked. He was trying to kick it away from Mustang hands, and there would have been a punt block if he didn't do that.
So that probably saved a block and a touchdown, but it does set up McCracken County in great field position. 1st down and 10 on the Marshall County. 3 second out to the Voges family listening in tonight, and they are not flipping channels between the Mustangs and Mustangs. Thank you, Brad Voges, for that. 2nd down and 10. Another handoff. This to Bradley. Goes left side. Cuts it across the 30. Bulldozes his way inside the 25. Down inside the 20 to the 18. 1st down, McCracken County.
You can tell Hunter Bradley was a little frustrated. Tackle on the previous play. There is an issue I'm seeing. When we go trips to the field, it'll be interesting to see if we come back to that.
Split backs with Pryor Lamb in the backfield. Now in motion is Hughes. Lamb looks, throws over the middle of the field. It's caught, but then dropped. Is that a fumble or is it an interception? I did not see how it bounced. They're going to say interception.
Oh, you're right.
And so a turnover for the Mustangs inside the red zone, and Marshall County will take over.
Those watching on YouTube, maybe you can go back.
I did not think he had enough time to hold it.
I don't think it was a fumble. It would have been an incomplete pass, if anything, but it looks like they've went with the original call.
And so it will be 1st down and 10 for the Marshals on their own 10-yard line. And so 2 series for McCracken County. And nothing showing for it. Marshall County the football now. It's a little bit of a sloppy start to this first quarter. 5:48 first quarter, no score. Thanks for joining us. Alongside Jared Adams, I'm Eric Shumler. McCracken fans making some noise. Hand off to Bowerman. Just bulldozes his way across the 10 down to about the 12. It's going to be a gain of about 2, and that was just trying to create some space, it looked like.
Yeah, you're right. It was kind of a dive play into the meat of the Mustang defense, but they were able to gain a couple yards out of it, and so now they're in the positive. So when you start, 2nd and 12, it's amazing the difference between 2nd and 8 and 2nd and 12. You got a lot more options. You can, if you get a 4 or 5 yard run, you have a reasonable 3rd down. You can't say the same if you're starting behind the sticks.
Tillman and Callaway tied, at 7, 4:13 in the first quarter. 2nd and 8 for Marshall County. Nix gets the snap, hands off to Bowerman, goes straight up the middle once again, and probably a gain of about 1, making it 3rd and about 7.
It seems to me that this second series for Marshall County, they're kind of focused on, I'm just going to run straight at you, I'm just going to try to plow you, bulldoze you. Not breaking one yet, but it's kind of a safe play. You're going to get positive yards out of it. You might not get first downs, but if you can break one every once in a while, maybe you can string together a drive.
3rd down and 7 for Marshall County. No score, 4:25 first quarter. McCracken fans once again bringing the cowbells. Quarterback keeper hit in the backfield and dropped for a big loss.
Dalton Skinner. He actually lifted the quarterback off his feet as he hit him.
That hurt me.
Oh, man. He just was woken up by Dalton Skinner, the senior defensive end.
So another opportunity here for McCracken County to get the football in Marshall County territory, as they will be punting from their own end zone. Low snap. Here comes a rush, and they do get it off, but it is very short. In fact, it will be a punt of a yard, as McCracken County brought the house, and Marshall County just had to rush it. It's going to be a punt of 1 yard. McCracken County will have it 1st down and 10 on the Marshall 11. You've got to find a way to get in the end zone here.
Yeah, this is our 3rd opportunity. This is 2nd with the short field. Want to see us get some points out of this.
3:43 first quarter, no score. Jared Adams alongside me. I'm Eric Shumler. Jimmy Garrett will be with us at the half for the halftime stats. So Pryor Lamb in the shotgun. Jeremiah Hughes Jr. and Hunter Bradley in the backfield with him. Snap. It's to Hunter Bradley inside the 10, inside the 5. He gets down to about the 4. A nice gain of 7. 2nd and 3.
That is their heavy package. Heavy cat, I think is what they call it. And Hunter Bradley is the quarterback. He's got a couple options to hand off to people. He's got tons of blockers up front. See Carter rolling out there. Just going to power it into the end zone here.
Bradley gets it again, going right side, and scampers into the end zone for the McCracken County touchdown.
Great run by him, off tackle to the right, able to get himself a touchdown. McCracken County on the board.
That makes it 6-0 Mustangs. 3:17 here in this first quarter. Swinging gate now on the extra point. See what the Mustangs choose to do here.
Counting numbers up, see how they cover it. You'd think Etheridge would know how to cover this one.
That's right. He has watched it a time or two. McCracken looks like they're going for it on the 2-point conversion. Snap to Bradley up the middle and into the end zone he goes for the 2-point conversion. Not a bad drive starting from the 11. Give it to Hunter Bradley. Let him get to work, Jared Adams.
Very productive drive on the ground. In fact, so far this game, our ground game has been very effective. Now, our passing game hasn't been bad. Pryor's made a couple really good throws. The interception, while I don't know if I wouldn't call it his fault, went off the hands of the tight end, but what I would say is his timing was just a mid-second late, leading to kind of a bam-bam play with the defender hitting the tight end as he was receiving it.
So if you're McCracken County, you've had several opportunities, and then given another opportunity, you take advantage of it.
Absolutely.
Not bad for McCracken County. I know Coach Clark already thinking about the 2 previous possessions, but if you are Coach Clark, you have to be pleased with how they handled what was given to them just then.
One of the things I say in class a lot, it's not really where you start, it's how much you grow. And we just need to get better, at certain situations. And as we do that, then we're successful.
As it's going to be an onside kick, but that will not go 10 yards. And so that will be Marshall County football in McCracken County territory.
Reminds me of that team we played from Kansas or Oklahoma?
No, Arkansas.
Arkansas. What were they? The
Onside
Pulaski
kick.
Academy.
Yes.
Yeah. Every kickoff, they did an onside kick. It was just incredible to watch because it was a totally different football game than you're used to seeing, because it's like these guys are taking chances and are course, they had a really good defense, so that sure helped. But it's just very interesting to see that strategy.
Graves County leads Mayfield 7-0. That's late in the first quarter. It is 8-0 here. McCracken on top of Marshall. Marshall first down and 10 at the McCracken 44. Hand off to Bowerman, who's hit and dropped at the line for no gain. With the initial hit, Isaiah Keys. Esley
Cornelius with the lower half. Isaiah Keys planting in with the upper half. Great combo tackle there by the sophomore and junior. The heart of that defense right there up the middle.
2nd and 10 for Marshall County. 2:53 first quarter. 8-0 Mustangs on top. As Coach Steve Etheridge bringing the Marshalls to McCracken County tonight. Connor Nix calls out the cadence, gets the snap, throws into the flat. It is complete. That is to Parker. He gets across the line of scrimmage near the first down marker around the 37, 36-yard line. Going to be 3rd and about 2 for Marshall County.
Yeah, that was a little swing pass, wide open. We made a good tackle, but he was able to gain, 8 yards on the play there, bringing up a very manageable 3rd down for him. That's the thing. They're kind of like lulling us to sleep with the run. Little swing pass out of the backfield. That's very effective.
2 minutes first quarter, 8-0 McCracken County. 3rd down and 2. Nix, 2 backs with him in the backfield. Hands it off. That's going to be near a first down, maybe just a bit short.
It's a half a yard based on the referees. Definitely a opportunity for the Mustangs to practice their goal line defense.
4th down and inches for Marshall County on the McCracken County 34-yard line. 8-0 Mustangs. Minute 39 here in the first quarter. About to hear McCracken County Mustang Nation make quite a bit of noise. Marshall County still in the huddle. Play clock down to 15 seconds. They break the huddle, move to the line. Jumbo formation. Play clock down to 6. Snap to Nix. Hands it off to the back. He's hit and dropped in the backfield. There is a late flag. This could be a face mask.
That's what you worry about when you see a kind of a mush of tacklers. Someone getting their hands in where they shouldn't.
The only reason I said face mask, I saw some of the Marshall coaches signaling that. No idea if that's what the referees were calling, but I believe it is. It is against McCracken County. Awaiting the initial signal. Personal foul, face mask.
15 yards.
And so that puts Marshall in business near the red zone. They are 1st down and 10 on the McCracken 22. So they stopped them on 4th down, but the penalty just crushes McCracken County from taking over. First down and 10 for the Marshalls on the McCracken 22-yard line. Nix, snap, hands off to the back. Has a little bit of a hole, but that closes quickly after a gain of about 1, maybe 2. 2nd and 8.
So far, our run defense, which was not our strength last year, has been very good this game. Really, the only positive yards you're seeing them get easily, or not easily, but getting is through the air.
2nd and 8 for Marshall County as we have 40 seconds left in this first quarter. Will be at least one more play here in the quarter. Nix breaks the huddle. Snap. He's going to take it himself, but he is wrapped up for a loss.
Dalton Skinner again. Body slams the quarterback.
And that is a fitting way to end the first quarter. Unfortunately, though, for Marshall County, Nix is still down.
I would say he got the wind knocked out of him.
You hope that is it. He is not moving his left arm very much. He is favoring one side. Is trainer Jen Salmon out there to check with him. Trainer Aaron Swain from McCracken as well moving out there. As that will be 9.6 seconds left here in the first quarter. Connor Nix, their backup quarterback, is down at the moment. You certainly hope he's okay because then you have to go 3rd string for Marshall County.
From what I can say on the depth chart, that is Gavin Clark, a freshman, 5'11", 140.
So we will take a quick timeout here at McCracken County. The Mustangs lead Marshall County 8-0, 9.6 seconds left here in the first quarter. For those on YouTube, keeping it right here. Actually, we may have to come back really quick. That's good news to see as he gets up and he's walking off on his own power. That is great to see.
Yeah, not look like he's holding any arms. Probably got the wind knocked out of him. Had to gather himself a little bit.
So they will go to their third string at least for one play. 10 seconds left, and we will be back on air.
Wouldn't be surprised if they try like a wildcat formation just to
good point.
Keep your
Here we
experience on the field.
Back here at the Baird broadcast booth is a good report on Connor Nix for you in just a moment. As 3 seconds left, and that's going to do it for the first quarter. McCracken County leads Marshall County 8-0, keeping it here during the timeout in between quarters. Jared Adams, it was good to see Connor Nix walk off on his own power. Did not look like it was anything to do with an arm, and I think your initial indication may have been correct. Just had the wind knocked out of him.
Well, he got dropped pretty hard. I
Yes.
mean, I've had the wind knocked out of me, and it ain't a pleasant experience. You just you're there struggling for at least 30 seconds to get everything back to normal. So hopefully he comes back. He's got a little zip on the ball. He fill out, get in the weight room, he'll be just fine.
You and I and Coach Clark all had a feeling this could be a little bit of a sloppy night for McCracken County for a myriad of reasons. One, you had the big win over Mayfield last week. Two, you have senior night tonight. Three, you have an opponent that is a little bit down this year that can lead to maybe overlooking us slightly. All that to say, though, credit to Marshall County because they are playing very well this first quarter.
Yeah, you're right. They're taking advantage of opportunities. That interception was a fantastic play, and and didn't lead to any points, but it did keep us from scoring at least on that drive.
And so McCracken County will have Marshall County in a 3rd and 11 from the McCracken 23, probably 4-down territory. As Marshall County wanting to answer McCracken County's touchdown on the last series. Looking at other scores around the area, Tillman and Callaway tied at 7 after 1 quarter of play. It is Graves County leading Mayfield 7-0 after 1 quarter of play as well. Looking for other scores.
Quick Jimmy Garrett defensive stat. We've had 7 tackles for a loss that 1 quarter alone, and they have 16 yards of offense. So far, defense ain't playing too bad.
Want to give a shout out to the Willis family listening on YouTube. Also, shout out to Esley Cornelius and the Mustangs from Dad. Thank you for that one. Also, John and Sandy Sams listening in tonight. Good to hear from the Sams family. Several others to get to. We'll do that in just a moment. Marshall County with the football, 3rd down and 12 on the McCracken County 23-yard line. Bunch formation. Their new cornerback is Gavin Clark. Gets the snap, hands it off to the back, straight up the middle, across around the 20-yard line. It's going to be a gain of about 3. That'll make it 4th and about 8.
Nate Helmut's coming up from the safety position to make that tackle. Good tackle for him. There was a hole, but Nate Helmut fielded that very effectively.
So Marshall County will go for it. At the very worst, you have McCracken County on their own 20-yard line, so certainly makes sense to go for it here.
Connor Nix is back in the game as well.
Great to see.
So you have probably a passing opportunity. Spread formation looks like.
Alongside Jared Adams, I'm Eric Schumbler. Started the second quarter. Mustangs lead it 8-0.
Trips right, actually quads right.
Snap. Nix rolling to his right. Under a lot of pressure. Airs it towards the middle of the field. It's picked off. Ian McCune.
What an eye for the ball. That was what you call a roll out right, throw back left. Little Brett Favre play, not open.
The senior comes big on senior night. Had a big week last week as well. Playing a new position this year and doing it well.
Yeah, Ian McCune is a very exciting person to watch play. He's a kid who's always in the play. He always has a nose for the ball, and you see that right there.
Several more shout-outs to get to. Do that in just a little bit. McCracken takes over, first down and 10 on their own 10-yard line.
Ironically, if he would have better field position if he would have knocked that down.
As Hunter Bradley gets the snap, goes up across the 10, across the 15, out to about the 17-yard line.
Great run in traffic. You want to see a player returning from injury run in traffic and get those bumps and feel comfortable with that. You know, one of the things that you can almost always do to prevent injury is keep your pads over your toes. When you go backwards, that's when a lot of that stuff happens. When you just keep your legs going, that prevents a lot of stuff.
Second down and 2 for the Mustangs on their own 18. Hunter Bradley in motion to the right. Pryor Lamb throws to the right. It is complete to Bradley. Jukes a man at the 20. Has a first down across the 25, across the 30, and he's brought down around the 32-yard line.
So they send Hunter Bradley in motion, throw to him. He has single coverage, but it's a little screen pass, and he makes about 6 guys miss for a first down. Nothing fancy about that one. No trickery. No one blocked for him.
It's fun to watch Hunter Bradley hit again, too.
Yes,
he looks for someone to hit.
He's going to be a fun one to watch this season.
Oh, my. First down and 10 for the Mustangs on their own 32. Another shout-out to get to. We'll do that in a little bit. And off to the back. That's Carter Rowland. He delivers a hit to his defender. Gets across the 35 to the 36. However, he fumbled it. And still no signal. Did they signal Marshall County football? I guess they did.
Oh, man, I didn't see that.
And so Rowland fumbled it, and Marshall County picked it up.
Man, that's the second turnover of the night. That's not good for us.
Want to give a shout out to Danny and Renee Allen. Thank you, brother, for the prayers. Appreciate you guys. Much love to you all. Also, shout out to Esley's big brother and sisters listening in Central Kentucky. They love and miss Esley. Had some others on the Twitter side as well. Aiden Purcell listening. Good to hear from you, brother. First down and 10 for the Marshalls on the McCracken 36. Handoff is to the back, and he really does not have anywhere to go. Maybe a gain of 1 on the play for Garrett Parker.
Dalton Skinner tracks him down, drags him down. He's on that far side defensive end position, able to shed his block and drag him down for maybe a gain of a yard.
So it has been a sluggish night for the McCracken County offense. Couple of turnovers. But the McCracken defense being put in some difficult positions tonight. Playing well. 2nd and 9. Mustang Nation making a little bit of noise. Nix keeps it. Nowhere to go. Brought down in the backfield for a loss.
Dalton Skinner, name's been said a lot tonight. It's a sack by him. That might be 2nd on the night. Actually, it might be 3rd on the night. Dalton Skinner body slammed Connor Nix the previous series. He tackles him for a loss here. That looks like a loss of 6. Bring up 3rd and 14.
We predicted Graves County would beat Mayfield. Graves County 14, Mayfield nothing. That's halfway through the 2nd quarter.
It's been almost 13 years.
Indeed. They are, I'm sure, quite excited at the moment in Mayfield, cautiously.
Yeah, you got to be. You got a lot of football to play.
3rd down and long, and Marshall County calls a timeout, or tries to. There is a flag on the near side. Did they get the timeout before the flag? I think they did.
Was that a delay of game?
It was. Instead, they negate that with a timeout. So the situation here, 8:18 in the first half. McCracken leads Marshall County 8-0. Alongside Jared Adams, I'm Eric Schummel. The Mustang offense, not that sharp here tonight so far, but the McCracken defense has been phenomenal once again. And so they continue this wonderful start to the 2020 season. So far, Crittenden County leads Union County 7-0. Thank you to Don Lamb for that update. Text us. Let us know you're listening on the Cellular Connection text hotline, 270-557-8223. 270-557-8223. You can also watch us tonight on YouTube, courtesy of the Mustang Media Department, completely student run. And they do a great job with our audio on as well. And Got some breaking news for you. We will be at a road game this year where we will be streaming. It's a road game that's here in town. There's a hint.
That's a hard one to figure out.
That's right.
Murray?
Yeah. Third down and 14 for Marshall County on their own 40. Or on the McCracken 40. Nix dropping back under some pressure. Throws right side. It is incomplete.
Oh, man. Great coverage on the play. Colton Crowell hit as he catches the ball.
And that will make it 4th down and 14 for the Marshalls. As the McCracken defense once again putting Marshall County behind the sticks and creating a punting situation for the Marshalls. 4th down, 14. As there's the snap, it is a sidewinding punt that will go out of bounds inside the 30, or they're going to mark it outside the 30 at about the 31-yard line. So 1st down and 10 for the Mustangs on the 31. First down, 10 for McCracken on their own 31-yard line. In the backfield, it's Pryor Lamb. He hands it off to Hunter Bradley. Hit at the line, but escapes that and then some across the 50. He has one man to beat inside the 30. Trying to shake him, unable to do it. But a big run for Hunter Bradley inside the red zone to the 19.
Great run by him. Didn't have the breakaway speed. Their safety drug him down, but a fantastic run on 1st down by Hunter Bradley.
He also delivered a nice stiff one. As we lost my microphone for a second, still losing it. It's 1st down and 10 for the Mustangs. Lamb hands it off. As right side, it's Jeremiah Hughes Jr. on the toss. Not much there. Gain of about 2, maybe 3.
Great block by Nick Masick on the play. Got his man about 5 yards outside of where he needed to be. Good technique from him. This is a kid who hasn't done a whole lot of blocking in his career, been mostly a wide receiver, maybe even a little quarterback, I think, in Little League. So love to see his development as a blocking tight end as well as a good option in the receiving game.
2nd and 7 for the Mustang offense on the Marshall County 17. As there's a handoff to Bradley. Straight up the middle, inside the 10, inside the 5, into the end zone for the McCracken County touchdown.
It is a very bad idea to try to push Hunter Bradley down. And unfortunately for Marshall County, that was the attempt to tackle him at the 5-yard line, was to shove him. And they shoved him into the end zone.
And so the Mustangs strike once again, a quick drive. And Hunter Bradley doing the work. That was a massive drive for Bradley. So an extra point opportunity here for the Mustangs. As that is up, and it is good. 7:08 second quarter, Jared Adams. A nice job by Mustang offense quickly answering after the Marshall punt.
Yeah, it was good to see those explosive plays. We've kind of been methodical and then have one break open. Great holes by the offensive line. Big gaps for them to run through. Love to see that.
And now if you're Marshall County, you're just trying to find a way to answer, and they're finding some spurts, but all too often getting behind the sticks.
Yeah, you're right. They're having some success here and there, but mostly it's like 75% negative plays and 25% positive plays. You just can't string anything together that way.
Halfway through the second quarter, 15-0 McCracken County. Callaway County and Tillman still tied at 7. Callaway County dropped Tillman territory. County 7-0. We are cutting in and out on audio. Not sure what the deal is there. It's quite frustrating, but hopefully that will stay with us.
Last time we kicked off, we tried an onside kick. Curious to see if they bring people up, try to defend that. They do. Now I'm going to see it probably do a mortar kick right over that. Try to hit that around the 38-yard line.
As Legore to kick for the Mustangs. It is going to be at the 35 where it's kicked to. Marshall County will return it across the 40 out to about the 44-yard line. The Marshalls will take over first down and 10.
Marshall County this entire game has been the benefactor of a lot of pretty good field position, but haven't been able to take advantage of that.
Crystal Brinkley is watching and cheering for McCracken County's number 10, Hunter Black. And also Becky Wellington chimes in as well, saying go Mustangs. Those shout-outs brought to you by the Cellular Connection, Lone Oak Road next to Seaplant in Paducah. So the Mustangs leading 15-0. First and 10 for the Marshalls on their own 44. 7 minutes, second quarter. McCracken fans making some noise.
Their quarterback is not on the field.
And there is a timeout on the field. Here's a story. Graves County poised to go up 3 scores on Mayfield. They're up 14-0 and looking to make it 21-0.
Their quarterback was on the sideline, didn't realize they were on offense.
You don't see that too much. Where?
Well, the running back was standing there. I thought he was the quarterback. I'm like, wait, that's number 33, not number 5. Maybe they're doing a Wildcat. Nope, he's looking like, where's my quarterback?
Knowing Coach Etheridge the way we do, that will drive him absolutely bonkers.
Yes, but his personality, you wouldn't be able to tell. He'd be like, mildly irritated.
Certainly do miss Coach E, and wishing him nothing but success with the Marshall County Marshalls. The Mustangs up 15-0, 7:02 here in the first half. Alongside Jared Adams, I'm Eric Chumler. Jimmy Garrett will be joining us here in just a little bit.
Quick shout out to get to. This is Colton Hayden's grandparents who are on their way to Florida, Robert and Cindy Brown.
Shout out to those fine folks. Back here in the Baird broadcast booth, 15-0, McCracken County. 7 minutes, first half. So joining the field is Connor Nix. Connor gets the snap. He hands off to Parker in the backfield. Has a hole across the 45 to the 50 and into McCracken County territory around the 49-yard line. Gain of about 6, making it 2nd and 4.
Parker is a downhill runner, very effective in between tackles. Doesn't have the speed to hurt you outside, but right there he goes off, probably B gap off guard. And Nate Helmish has to come up from the safety position and drop him right there. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Marshall County with it on the 50. Nix. Snap. There's a fumble, and he jumps on it, I think. Or did McCracken? The Mustangs got it.
Esley Cornelius comes up with the fumble. Bad handoff.
His family listening in tonight. They can be proud as Esley Cornelius gets the fumble.
He's a promising football player. Great to see some size on that defensive line and him being a key component of the interior defense.
First down and 10 for the Mustangs on the Marshall 46. 6:17 first half, 15-0 McCracken County. Pryor Lamb looking. He's going to air it over the left side of the field. It is caught by Xander Mays.
Circus catch for Xander.
At the 15.
A little underthrown. Xander comes back, makes a great play on it. It's a jump ball. Pulls it in, lands on his back.
First down and 10 for the Mustangs. Let's call it on the Marshall 16-yard line. And as you said, a circus catch for Xander. Now the Mustangs inside the red zone. Snap. And off is to Carter Rowland. Into the defense he goes. Gets a nice gain of about 4.
Great push up front. The offensive line is doing a fantastic job tonight, driving them backwards. They're anchored by the senior Blakely Miller, the senior Jamison Evers, and the senior Gavin Trueblood, the 2 tackles in the center. And then got two sophomores on either side of them.
2nd and 6 for the Mustangs on the Marshall 12. Rowland gets a snap, jukes into the middle of the defense, and another modest gain on the play.
There you had a pull play by Noah Adrian. He is a sophomore. I believe he's 6'2", 270. A lot of promise for that kid. We got some good size on the sideline. If you're ever looking around, you say, whoa, yeah, we got some good stuff coming up. So,
3rd down and 4 for the Mustangs on the Marshall County 8, leading 15-0. 5 minutes here. First half. Snap. Rolling right side, Jeremiah Hughes Jr. inside the 5 and down to the 1. It'll be 1st and goal for the Mustangs.
Jeremiah Hughes is a kid that you really enjoy watching run. He's smooth, he's quick. He's going to be a big part of the offense this year.
1st down and goal for the Mustangs at the 1. Jumbo package in. Hunter Bradley in the backfield. Actually, going to be a direct snap to him in a moment. He gets it. He hands it off to Jeremiah Hughes into the end zone for the touchdown.
Great call by Hunter Bradley. They all focused on him. He hands it off to Jeremiah Hughes. Off tackle right, scampers into the end zone. 21-0, extra point pending.
And so McCracken County will kick to try to make it 22. Snap good, hold good. Kick is up, and it's no good. And so with 4:38 left here in the second quarter, McCracken on top, 21-0, is a shout out to get Mr. Brent Hausman. You've heard me mention his name several times as the Baird broadcast booth. Good to hear from you, Brother Brent. Also, Miss Stephanie Ford listening in tonight saying, go Esley. And I think we can all agree with that sentiment. A nice job picking up and creating that fumble.
Yeah, he's a kid that I heard about last year that had a lot of promise, was in the mix at the varsity level as a freshman, didn't get any starts, but you're seeing him very productive here on defense.
And if you're McCracken County, the run game has been a very big success this second quarter.
Yeah, you're right. And really it's been behind the offensive line, but Hunter Bradley, Carter Rowland doing a fantastic job. You see Jeremiah there too, getting some guys involved, just kind of sticking to it. And then great throws by Pryor.
And so McCracken leads 21-0. With 4:38 here in the second quarter. It is a short
beautiful
pitch, and it lands into who's got it?
That was a perfect kick.
Marshall County may have come up with it, but
so the problem is we could have caught that in the air, but it has to land on the ground first before we can pounce on it. So once it landed, it scored it right or sideways, and they were able to dive on it. Beautiful job by the kicker. Couldn't ask for better than that.
And Marshall County will take over 1st down and 10 on their own 42. Mustangs lead 21-0.
See Joe Casey in the game at defensive end, given looks like Dalton Skinner a breather.
The Marshalls come out 4:34 here in the first half, just looking to put something up on the offensive side. McCracken fans making noise. Low snap, it's a fumble. Nix can't come up with it. Who has it?
Looks like us the way they were reacting.
Still waiting the signal.
We have
Mustangs ball. And so it's really starting to kind of
snowball.
Indeed.
Yeah, that's the feeling when you feel like you're just being tsunami'd.
Graves County unable to get into the end zone. They fumbled just short of the end zone. Could have gone up 21-0 on Mayfield. Now Mayfield has it. Down Graves County. Down to Graves County, I should say, 14-0. Keep you posted on that one. 1st down and 10 for the Mustangs on the Marshall 32-yard line. Pryor Lamb with Carter Rowland with him in the backfield. Snap. Hand off to Rowland. He gets hit in the backfield, but gets a gain of about 2 on the play.
They close on him quickly. If I was a quarterback, that would have been one of those that I want to have back, because that was one that you pull and run, because the two defensive ends collided on top of Carter Rowland.
Want to give a shout out to Scott and Jenny Green listening in tonight from Memphis, Tennessee. Mentioned the turnover by Graves County. Mayfield has responded with a touchdown to make it 14-6. We'll see if that turned the tide in that one. And off to Carter Rowland. Again hit at the line of scrimmage. Turns and gains about a yard, making it 3rd and about 7. You can't make turnovers to Mayfield in big games like that.
No, you got to play a clean ball game because Mayfield is anything but is definitely opportunistic.
So that'll make it 3rd down and 8. McCracken County wants a timeout right here. 3:37 here in the first half. We'll take one with them. Mustangs lead 21-0. For those listening on YouTube, Jared Adams, the Mustangs starting to become opportunistic defensively last week and this week.
Yeah, 2 turnovers. Last week we had 3, I think, and scored on all 3 of them. This week we've recovered 2 fumbles.
So a chance here to create some distance in the first half. 3rd and 7. What do you draw up here?
Well, this has got to be a pass. Could be a screen. We've had some success with that. If we can get the blockers out in front of it, we can screen them. And I could see it depends on what they give us. If it's one-on-one coverage, you might take a shot at the end zone with a Xander, right? Or you could get the ball in Jeremiah's hand on the screen and let him just scamper. But it would most definitely be a pass.
20 seconds. We'll be back on air.
It could be 2-down territory as well, so they could get a run, but I'm going to say screenplay. That's what I'm going to guess.
Here we go. Back here, McCracken County, 3rd down and 8 on the Marshall County 30-yard line. 21-0. Mustangs on top. Snap. Pryor Lamb dropping back. Looks middle of the field. It's caught inside the 20. And first down around the 17-yard line. Nice catch by Nick Masick.
Nick Masick, great play over the middle. Love how he finds a hole and settles into it. He's a kid who's you're gonna hear his name a whole lot in the years to come. He's a junior. Very effective on 3rd down last year. He was money on that route across the middle that he just ran. He's got a twin brother, who also has a lot of promise as well. You're going to see Zach before long, too.
First down and 10 for the Mustangs on the Marshall 17. Hand off to Carter Rowland, going right side. He's upended, though, right around the line of scrimmage. Going to be a gain of about 1. 2nd and 9.
Is that another fumble?
Oh, my, there is another fumble. I think Rowland put it on the ground, and Marshall, did they come up with it? They did. And so the Marshall County defense opportunistic there, and a massive missed opportunity there for the Mustangs inside the red zone.
Yeah, the way everyone was acting, everyone was surprised, even Marshall County, that there was a fumble, except for one kid running off the field. I'm not real sure what happened, but, this is an opportunity for the defense to come out and clamp down.
And so first down and 10 for the Marshalls. Hasn't been the sharpest night for the Mustang offense.
That's 3 turnovers for us, or 2.
First down and 10 for the Marshalls on their own 16, trailing 21-0. 3 minutes, second quarter. Nix. Hand off to Parker. He dives forward for a gain of about 1. 2nd and 9.
Looks like Tayton Bettinger on the tackle. Esli Cornelius as well.
Marshall County content to use some clock here. 2:38 and counting. Mustangs do have 2 timeouts. If you're Marshall County, if you can find a way to go into the locker room just down 21-0, you have got to be thrilled.
Yeah, you're right. You want to manage that clock. You don't really. You're not really looking to score as much as you're keeping McCracken County from scoring.
And Marshall County jumps on the offensive line. That'll be a false start, moving them behind the chains.
That stops the clock too. They were hoping to run.
That'll make it 2nd and 15, 14, I guess, with the gain of yard on a previous play.
One thing I've noticed our defense is doing is we're working in our second group of defenders, getting them experience, because you want to be deep. You want to be able to throw in a different package. So I'm seeing Dorian Lewis up top, cornerback, and Colton Smallwood up on at the bottom at cornerback. Both of those are starting caliber corners, so we just got 2 good ones in front of them.
snap. Nix hands off to Parker, and he is hit at the line and dives forward for a gain of about 1. That'll make it 3rd and about 13, and McCracken will take a quick timeout.
Great tackle. Couldn't see who it was. Oh, that was Hunter Black. Great job diving for that tackle. Looks like we're going to get the ball back here with under 2 minutes to play, maybe like a minute and a half. Depends on how this next play goes.
So 3rd down and 14 for Marshall County. And essentially, I guess if you are Coach E, you just find a way for McCracken to use their last timeout.
Correct. And then we have, a minute and a half to play with, they've got to get a punt off, though. They've struggled with that.
That's true.
I do one of those rugby punts. Just roll out and hit it.
The Mustang defense has been phenomenal once again. What a job Coach Lawson and the defense have done in the first game and a half this season.
Yes, he has. You're seeing a comfort level. And let me tell you, when you're a defender and you don't have to think much, that's a benefit. You can just react, read and react. And I don't know his scheme. I really don't. But I know that if I was a high school football player, I would like a scheme that lets me play and gives me some freedom there to do that, because that would lead to good things for me at least, being able to read and react to the defense or to the offense.
And so McCracken up 3 scores, but not a flawless night.
Nope, 3 turnovers.
.211 first half, 21-0. We will have the halftime stats with Mr. Jimmy Garrett, the Estes Chiropractic second half adjustments as well. All coming up at the half. 3rd down 14 for Marshall County on their own 12. McCracken leads 21-0. Nix. Hand off to Parker, and he dives forward once again, this time a gain of about 2, making it 4th and 12. McCracken will take their final timeout. Actually, I'm sorry. They will now. I'm sorry. It looked like they might let it go and keep that timeout, but they decided to take it. So there will be no timeouts left for McCracken County, but you do have 2 minutes to work with, and even if it's a great punt, you're probably around midfield.
Yeah, you're in a really good position if you're McCracken County, and then this is an opportunity to work on your 2-minute offense. Right, you want all these opportunities early on so that you've seen these situations and you know how you'll handle.
So the Mustangs looking to go up 4 scores here in the first half. The Marshalls trying to keep it a 3-score deficit for them. It will be Marshall County punting just in front of their own end zone. And the punting game tonight has not been all that sharp for the Marshalls tonight. Credit to the Mustang pressure for that. So 2:01 left. Marshall County to punt here in the second quarter. Xander Mays back deep for McCracken County.
Standing on the 40-yard line.
And here comes the pressure. It was nearly blocked. It's going to go for Xander. He'll be able to return it at the 48. He jukes, unable to get past the initial defender, though. He'll be brought down around the 48-yard line. 1st down and 10.
Very, very good punt. Looked to be about 40 yards. There is a flag on the play, though. Looks to be against Marshall the way Marshall is reacting. Maybe a block in the back or chipping or something.
Waiting to see personal foul. Against McCracken County.
So that would be a block in the back against us, probably.
With 1:52, and the way this offense has been a little bit tonight, you don't want to create more territory between yourself and the end zone. But this offense has shown they can score in a hurry.
Long Hunter Bradley run in the second quarter there. Nice circus catch by Xander Mays as well. This is a great opportunity for them. Even if they don't score, we want to see if they can. What are they going to work on? Their timing on this, hurrying to the line of scrimmage after a play. All these things come into play here. See how we do.
1st down and 10 for the Mustangs on their own 37-yard line. The officials a bit confused. Now they are set. Hunter Bradley in motion. Lamb gets the snap. Pump fakes. He's airing it right side, but overthrows Hunter Bradley, incomplete.
So that was a variation of the play they ran earlier where Hunter Bradley got it on the screen. They pump faked that and went down the field with it, not able to connect. That's called a fox. At least that's what I've called it. You're faking the screen and trying to hit him on a go.
2nd and 10. For McCracken County. As some substitutions being made as the play clock down to 17.
We don't have any timeouts.
Now the play set. 10 seconds on the play clock. Snap. Throw left side to Hunter Bradley, complete, but he is hit inbounds and dropped. Not much doing there.
That is Alex Schley, the senior.
Going to make it 3rd and about 3.
Definitely 2-down territory. You're not worried about that, but you don't want to have to waste another play to get a first down.
3rd down, 3 for the Mustangs.
Let's see us try to run to get this one.
Looking to pass, throw over the middle. It is caught. First down at the 50 and shakes a defender. And on the right side, Jeremiah Hughes Jr. inside the 30 and brought out of bounds at the 20-yard line.
Great run by him, reversing field. A little stick route there in the seams. Able to use his blocks effectively. Alex Schley springing him for a big one down the field.
First down and 10 for the Mustangs. Near the red zone on the Marshall County 22. A minute 12 here in the 2nd quarter.
Yep, plenty of time. Settle in and score.
Split backs with Lamb in the backfield. He drops back, now steps into the pocket, throws down the right sideline, has a man, it's Bradley, it's caught! Touchdown Mustangs!
Great call, great throw, great catch. In traffic a little bit, but on the run, Pryor Lamb kind of lofts it over the defender, and Hunter Bradley catches it in the breadbasket. Good play by Pryor.
22 yards, and indeed, he stepped right into the pockets and delivered that beautiful pass.
Thing about Pryor that you often forget is he does have some wheels. You don't see him run a lot, but he's a pretty good scrambling quarterback.
Kick is up by Lagore, and it is no good. And so with a minute 5 left in this first half, the Mustangs lead 27-0, and essentially for Marshall County, you're taking the kickoff and just trying to get the clock to 0.
Correct. Unless you get a good return here, you try to throw one deep. It depends on the field situation, but more than likely you're going to be just taking this to the locker room.
So Pryor Lamb, a couple of nice plays on that series for the Mustangs as sophomores. Very exciting to watch. Someone, Coach Clark in the Mustangs, very excited about his future, understandably so. And stepped into the pocket to deliver a nice 22-yard pass to Hunter Bradley. Have some shout-outs to get to. Do that again in just a second.
Into the game is a new kicker, 47. I think that is Barrett McCannon. He is a junior.
As the kick, it's
another
a
beauty.
short. It is a beauty, but Marshall County will take it on their own 44. Want to give a shout-out to Esley Cornelius again, this time from Dad. Is saying, love you, son. Always love to deliver those messages. Henderson County and Central Hardin no score in the 2nd quarter. That's a pretty good showing for the Henderson County Colonels.
Central Hardin is generally a very solid team.
Indeed.
I know them and North Hardin had 2 successful seasons last year, and their meeting basically decided the district.
That's right.
I think they were undefeated up until that point. Both of them had big wins. So good for Henderson. You want to see us play good opponents. We don't want to face a bunch of easy opponents.
1st and 10 for Marshall County on their own 44. Hand off to Parker. Adds a hole across the 45. Quickly, though, upended around the 47-yard line and truly upended.
Ian McCune took a play out of the Remember the Titans and flipped the guy over his back. Except he was the defense as opposed to the quarterback. Sunshine.
That's right. Second down and 7. Not too many times do you hear high school broadcasts bring in movie references.
Well, if it's football, I mean,
That's right.
to start talking about the Titanic, you need to unplug my mic.
It's second down and 7 for the Marshals on their own 47. Snap, handoff again to Parker. Hit in the backfield and dropped.
Isaiah Keys. Just go find that kid and just shake his hand. That man is, that guy is built. He's just one big dude.
He is.
Not tall, but ooh.
And that's going to do it for the first half. Overall, really good defense performance for the McCracken County Mustangs, leading 27-0 over Marshall County. When we come back, we'll have the first half stats with Mr. Jimmy Garrett, and then the second half adjustments brought to you by Estes Chiropractic. All when we return on 99.5 The Fan. And again, Jared, on YouTube, overall, got to be pretty pleased, very pleased, on the McCracken County defense.
Yeah, you're right. You're gonna hear a pretty good stat here in a second from Jimmy Garrett. I went and asked him about total yards from Marshall. Wait till you hear that stat. That's an indication of dominance. It's one of those things that when a test for you as a defense is when you play an inferior opponent, do you relax or do you play the same way you always play? And all indications is we're just flying around and having fun out there, playing our hardest regardless of who we're playing.
That will prove well for the Mustangs as the season goes on, as you need defense in Class 6A to really compete in the playoffs, as we found out.
You're going to have some big offensive lines coming up. You're going to have some good running backs, good passing games. So you're definitely going to want to see, us be able to depend on our defense.
And so we'll have Jimmy Garrett in just a moment for the first half stats.
Please welcome to the field your McCracken County High School.
Here we go. Back here in the Baird broadcast booth, as at the half, McCracken County leads 27-0 over Marshall County. Some impressive stats from McCracken County overall. We'll get to that in just a moment. This broadcast booth brought to you by Baird, Brent Hausman, and the Hausman Financial Group. Whether you want to transfer your 401k, open an IRA, maybe in an investment account, or just need financial advice, Brent, Larry Hausman, and the staff at Hausman Financial Group can take care of you. Lone Oak Road in Paducah. We've had several shout-outs to get to, all of them brought to you by the Cellular Connection. Lone Oak Road next to Seaplant in Paducah. It's time now to take a look at the halftime stats, and some very impressive stats for the Mustangs, especially on the defensive side. Bringing you those right now, we welcome back Jimmy Garrett.
All right, as always, Mustang fans will open up with the scoring drives from this first half. The first scoring drive came late there in the first quarter with 3:17 left. McCracken County had a 2-play, 11-yard drive, ended with Hunter Bradley taking it in on a 4-yard run, and then went for it on a 2-point conversion, made that 2-point conversion as well, and McCracken County took an 8-0 lead at the 3:17 mark. The next score came in the second quarter, midway at the 7:08 mark. McCracken County scored again. They went 69 yards, but they went that 69 yards in just 3 plays. The scoring play on that was a 16-yard run by Hunter Bradley, followed up by Landon Legore made PAT, and McCracken County took a 15-0 lead at the 7:08 mark. McCracken County's next score came at the 4:38 mark in that second quarter. Another good drive, 5 plays, 46 yards. Ended up with a 1-yard run by Jeremiah Hughes. Landon Legore missed that PAT, and McCracken County was leading 21-0 at the 4:38 mark in that second quarter. McCracken County had the last score of the first half. Another good drive, 4 plays, 63 yards. Ended up with a 22-yard pass from Prior Lamb to Hunter Bradley. Landon Legore did miss that second PAT, and McCracken County finished the half at 27-0. One quick note there, we'll note it again in the individual stats, that Hunter had 3 of those 4 touchdowns in the first half for McCracken County. So let's jump over first and look at the team stats, and we'll look at McCracken County. McCracken County had 7 possessions in that first half. A few of those, 3 of them actually were from turnovers, and with a total of 280 yards, which is about 60 more yards than we had last entire game, Eric. So much better offensive production in this first half of this ball game. Did it pretty balanced. 18 rushes for 132 yards, 12 pass attempts. Prior Lamb's having a good night. He's got 9 completions out of 12, as I'll note later, for 148 yards, and McCracken County had 12 first downs in that first half. Jumping down and looking at Marshall County, McCracken County's defense played strong again. Marshall County had 7 total possessions. Total yards for Marshall County tonight is in the single digits, 9 total yards. On the negative side of that, on 23 rushes, Marshall County's got a total of -5 yards. And from a passing standpoint, the only positive yards Marshall County's got tonight, they've had 6 pass attempts, 2 completions for a total of 14 yards total. And as I said, just 9 total yards overall. Here's another big stat I think to point out is Marshall County has been held to a single first down in that first half. Just one first down in that first half for Marshall County. Just another quick note before I go into individual stats, just a quick look. Penalties tonight, McCracken County's got 3 penalties for a total of 40 yards. Last one coming on that punt there on special teams, which backed them up 15. And Marshall County's had a good game as far as being disciplined. They've only had 1 5-yard offensive penalty tonight. I think another stat, Eric, just to point out, been a multitude of turnovers in this ball game. McCracken County has had 3 fumbles tonight. All 3 of those lost. Good thing is they didn't lead to any scores, but we had 3 fumbles lost. Marshall's not done a whole lot better. They've had 2 fumbles tonight. Both of those lost. We also had the 1 interception down on the 10-yard line. So interesting enough tonight, between the 2 teams, we've had 6 turnovers. Only 1 turnover led to a score at 1 touchdown. So the other 5, no scores out of a multitude of turnovers. So let's jump down. We'll look at the individual leaders from that standpoint. We'll take a look. We'll just start right out at the leader tonight from a rushing standpoint. Hunter Bradley's had 7 carries, 98 yards, 2 rushing touchdowns. Jeremiah Hughes, he's had 4 rushes, 16 yards. He's had a touchdown as well. And Carter Rowland's been playing in the second half. He's got 6 rushes for 15 yards. Couple fumbles there from that standpoint, unfortunately, for Carter. Looking at the passing tonight, like I said, Pryor Lamb's having an excellent evening. 12 attempts, 9 completions, so he's at 75% completion tonight. 148 yards and touchdown and no interceptions. So Pryor's having a solid first half. Looking at the receiving end, he spread the ball out too. He spread it over 5 guys tonight. Xander Mays, 3 for 51. Nice catch down there on the 20-yard line in the second quarter. Hunter Bradley's got 2 catches for 36 and a touchdown. Jeremiah Hughes has got 1 for 34. Nick Masick has 2 for 20, and Alex has 1 for 7. So we've been spreading the ball around tonight from a passing standpoint. So we'll take a quick look at these stats from Marshall County. Like I said, there's not a lot of positive here. A couple notes. Garrett Parker, their leading running back, has got 11 carries tonight for 13 yards. Cameron Bowerman has 5 carries for 9 yards, and Talon Smothers has 1 carry for 2. Where the negative yardage really comes is the quarterback, Connor Nix, tonight. I've got him down for 6 rushes, negative 29 yards, so he's not having a real good evening. He's had 2 fumbles as well there in the backfield that's amounted to those negative yards for Marshall County. From a passing standpoint, as I mentioned earlier, Connor Nix attempted 6 passes, only 2 completions, 14 yards, and he's got that interception that Ian McEwen picked up there at the 10-yard line. The only 2 receivers that have caught a pass tonight from Marshall County, Garrett Parker has 1 reception for 8, and Logan Reese has 1 for 6. So that's the only positive yards tonight for Marshall County. So I think, Eric, that's a wrap-up on the stats. A lot on McCracken County side and not a lot on Marshall side.
And overall, the Mustang defense showing up, showing out.
1 first down. That's a great defensive stat.
Makes your statistics a bit easier, at least overall.
It does. Not a lot of offense to put in there for Marshall County, unfortunately.
That's right. Well, we will get the final report from you in the post-game show, my friend. Great job as always.
All right. Thanks, Eric.
All right. That is Jimmy Garrett doing a great job as always on the first half stats. And the overall yards tonight in the first half, 280 for McCracken County, 9 for Marshall County. The one thing that's really kept this from just being a wide-open ball game, Jared Adams, we talked about it, the 3 turnovers for the Mustangs. Otherwise, a pretty strong first half.
Yeah, even though they didn't score off of those turnovers, that's 3 possessions that we didn't score on. So when you think about that those are 3 potential scores for us that they were able to take off the board. So you're talking about running clock if we were able to keep that clean. That's just something we got to work on. Ball security has got to be an important thing for us, and definitely something the coaches are going to be focused on.
Let's go ahead and take a look at the Estes Chiropractic second half adjustments. When you need that adjustment, you need to go see the Back Brothers, Kevin and Kelly Estes of Estes Chiropractic. They'll get you in and out and on your way in no time at all. That's the Back Brothers, Kevin and Kelly Estes of Estes Chiropractic, Central Avenue in Paducah. As we look at that first down for McCracken, or that first half for McCracken County, keeping the pedal down is the key to start the second half.
So one of the things that you want to see us do is we're up 27-0. That's great, but there's no need at all for us to feel like we've got this. Let's relax. You have to have a bulldog mentality, and if you ever have played with a bulldog when it gets something in its mouth, it won't let it go, and you gotta be tenacious with that. I've told my players, you don't worry about the score, you worry about playing really hard. If we want to keep the score manageable, we'll sub, and that applies for pretty much any sport, right? If you don't want to blow out somebody in football or basketball or baseball, you'll sub some guys in there and get some reps to guys who haven't had a lot of experience. You can't relax as a player. Pedal down.
And also tonight for McCracken County, it is securing the football.
That's just one of those things that you can't take for granted. Good teams are clean teams. We've also had 40 yards and penalties. They've had 5. So we need to, shore that up. 15-yard on the punt return, that's maybe an iffy. There's a face mask call. So those both are what we call personal fouls, and you just gotta just kind of be aware of those situations, and that's inexperience, early on. So those are the 2 things I would say we got to work on. Don't do anything silly here, and then represent when you come in the game. If you're that second or third string guy and you get the chance to play today, you're playing for McCracken County. Better play that way.
That is your second half adjustments brought to you by Back Brothers, Kevin and Kelly Estes of Chiropractic. They'll get you in and out and on your way in no time at all. The Back Brothers, Kevin and Kelly Estes of Estes Chiropractic. At the half, it is Graves County leading Mayfield 14-6. And Jared Adams, the Graves County Eagles, had a chance to go up 21-0 and could not do it. But credit to Mayfield, they were given a turnover and took advantage of it.
Yeah, you're right. When you play Mayfield, you got to play clean. There was one season where we won in overtime, but it was obvious that we were the better team athletically, but we kept turning the ball over on them. I think it was year 3. I'm not positive. We kept on fumbling the ball and giving them opportunities, and they took advantage of it. A well-played team, a well-coached team takes advantages of turnovers regardless if the situation, isn't there. You're going to take advantage of it any chance you get if you're a well-coached team.
I'm going to let you take over for a couple of minutes, my friend, and talk about what you expect to see from the Mustangs on these first few possessions as I switch out headsets.
Okay, one of the things that you really need to pay attention to in this second half is we're not going to take any crazy chances, but we want to give these guys experience. Specifically Pryor Lamb, you'll see him still throw a little bit. We want to get to that running clock. I know that's a goal. And so as they're trying to get to that running clock, playing smart, don't try to rush it. You're just out there to make plays. You want to get your guys experience, but then you want to also start rolling in your inexperienced guys, your underclassmen. So there's some exciting guys on the sideline who haven't gotten a chance to play, and you'll get to see that. So regardless of the score, you need to play hard, and when you get in, you get your opportunity to shine. My guess is 2 series with the starters. And then we're going to start replacing people. One thing Clark does that I really like is he always keeps his offensive line in there for a couple series with the backup quarterback so that they have some semblance of, control, and it's not like a brand-new offensive line who may or may not be very good at protecting. So expect our defense not to change, to fly around, make big plays, try to preserve that shutout. And then as we start the second half, we're getting the ball back. We got to march down and score this first drive.
You got me?
I got you.
Had to do a little bit of an equipment change, but I don't think it's going to be the
Yeah. So a couple of scores around the area. We know that Graves County is up 14-6. We also know that Paducah is up on Callaway 14-7. To be honest with you, I am surprised it's that close. Either I haven't heard much about Callaway, but that they either have a fairly talented team or Paducah's having some struggles. I know there was mention of multiple guys getting touches on Paducah's side. The fact that we get to play Paducah definitely made my day. This is a team that you want to play every year, regardless of when you get to play it. It's a great measure for how you're going to do this year. They're a successful football program. You want to be a successful football program, so you want to play good teams. You don't just want to, be the team that plays the easy guys. So. Looks like we are ready to go. We're actually all set up in our our kickoff return set up. It looks like Jeremiah Hughes is back deep. Xander Mays and Ian McCune. Nope. Yep. Ian McCune is in the second level.
You got play-by-play for a second.
No problem. I'll take the play-by-play duties over, even though I probably jack it up. All right. Kicking the ball for Marshall County is number 36. That is Drake May. He is a senior. So about ready to get the play underway.
And you are, can you hear me?
Yes,
We
I
good?
can.
Okay, so we
Have
will.
been fired already?
Think I got everything situated on the equipment issue. The kick's in the air. It's an end-over-end kick. It's going to be taken at the 18 and returned by McCracken County by Xander Mays as he gets up to the 35, out to about 37. It'll be first down for McCracken County.
Great. He broke a tackle early on, able to get out close to the 40-yard line. Got tripped up or else he would have been still running. So good return by the McCracken County return game. Special teams is very important, and you want to make sure that in all phases of your game you're sharp, that you don't have glaring holes in your special teams.
And so it'll be first down and 10. We believe we have everything situated with our equipment here as we pick back up. First and 10 for the Mustangs on their own 38, leading 27-0. As there's a snap, it's a handoff, and Hunter Bradley gets across the 40 out to about the 42.
Good run on first down. Send the guy in motion to kind of distract people and then run right up the gut for Hunter Mays. Looks like a gain of 5. I'll take 5 all day long.
2nd and 5 for McCracken County. As a snap, throw left side complete to Xander Mays across the 50.
Great block down field.
And gets across the 45 out to about the 43.
Jeremiah Hughes springs that one big time, blocking Marshall County down the field. Xander Mays picks up a good 10 yards, maybe 13.
First down and 10 for the Mustangs.
You like this. You don't, Clark is not somebody to be repetitive on offense. He likes to distribute the ball, and that's what they're doing so far here.
And McCracken may have jumped off for a false start. So I believe they did.
So what happened was our tight end, Nick Masick, went in motion, and it's possible that we had our right tackle kind of twitch a little bit thinking it was go time.
Want to give a shout out J.P. Roberts listening in tonight. You can often hear his traffic updates on our Bristol broadcasting stations. Mentioning Tillman up on Callaway now 21-7. Keep you posted on that. Graves County up on Mayfield 14-6. As a handoff to Hunter Bradley, going off right side as a whole across the 45, cuts it up at the 40, across the 35, out of bounds around the 32-yard line.
Good stiff arm. And showing a little bit of speed there. You love to see that. Hunter Bradley off tackle, punishing no matter which way you give him.
That's just good enough for a first down.
Hunter Bradley comes out, Carter Rowland comes in.
First down and 10 for the Mustangs on the Marshall 32-yard line. 27-0 McCracken County, just underway in the third. Quick throw left side, incomplete as it goes over the head of Jeremiah Hughes Jr. 2nd and 10.
So to begin this half, you've seen Zach Masick, Nick Masick's twin brother, in the game, a wide receiver. And it looks like they had Zach Sims, the backup tight end, who has been playing all first half in that stud position. So little strategy, a little more spread formation, trying to air it out a little bit, get some looks in the passing game. That one incomplete.
2nd and 15 now for the Mustangs. Or 2nd and 10. I'm sorry, the scoreboard said 15. As there's a handoff to Hunter Bradley, straight up the middle, across the 20, carrying some Marshalls inside the 20, down to the 14-yard line.
Love that type of run. That safety met him at the 23-yard line, and they ended up at the 14. So almost 9 yards. He was, bulldozing some Marshall County football player. Couldn't bring him down.
First down and 10 for the Mustangs on the Marshall County 19. 10 minutes here, third quarter. Handoff to Carter Rowland, going straight up the middle. Bounces off a tackle inside the 10 to the 9.
Good run by Carter Rowland on first down. You want to be productive. By the way, they're playing very fast, kind of a tempo situation here, trying to catch Marshall County off guard. Looks like it's working.
Second is a throw down to the right side of the end zone.
Got it.
Is
Zach Masick
caught for the touchdown.
got himself a touchdown. His twin brother comes over to give him congratulations. Let me tell you, you want to meet two quality individuals, go meet the Masick twins. They are fantastic human beings. They support each other in everything they do. Their interactions is great. Love to see those guys have success out here on the football field.
And so that makes it 33-0 now, McCracken County.
By the way, great job by Prior Lamb putting that perfectly.
Indeed. As the Lagore extra point is up, and it is good. That'll make it 34-0 McCracken County. A very strong drive to start this third quarter by the Mustang offense.
Love the drive. Love how it was not just run, but it was, a good mix. Got everybody involved. Very productive. Not very many, busts. You had a missed opportunity in the passing game, but besides that, Prior Lamb, sharp first drive on the second half.
And so the Mustangs lead it now 34-0.
Running clock is 36 for those sitting at home.
And if you're McCracken County, the defense has been everything you could ask for and then some.
Correct. They just show up, and this is their second 3 turnover game. So McCracken County is averaging 3 turnovers gained. That's awesome. And, we got some turnover issues to clean up ourselves, but our defense really comes to play.
21-14, Callaway County answers back. So it's 21-14, Tillman on top of Callaway County. Graves County still leads Mayfield 14-6. As there's an end over and kick, and it's going to be returned by Marshall County at the 30, across the 35, out to about the 42.
Marshall County, if you could pick out a positive, their return game today has been pretty good. We got to clean up our coverage. They've been able to be pretty elusive there, and I don't know, I bet 45 is their starting field position. Right there, they're at the 43-yard line. 45, starting at the 45-yard line is a great position for an offense. Just got to make something of it.
As we pick back up here. First down and 10 for Marshall County. First down and 10 for the Marshalls. Rolling to his right is Nix. He's hit as he throws, and it's incomplete.
I will say not as many sacks as I was expecting tonight. Leandre Bolin there knocks down the quarterback for Marshall County, Nix, as he throws it, but he is able to get the ball away. So one of the things about Connor Nix is he's kind of a smart player, not getting himself in these big negative losses. He's been hit for a loss a couple times, but I don't know if we've had any sacks tonight.
I don't think so.
Maybe 1 or 2, but that's maybe it.
Second and 10 for the Marshalls on their own 43. Snap to Nix. Handoff to the back, and not much doing. He fumbles it.
Goodness. DeAndre Bolin on the tackle, by the way. Forced fumble for him. Looks like they recover it.
They did. Is on the recovery for Marshall County, Aaron Smith, the 6'1" offensive lineman.
Looks like a no gain on the play. Maybe a loss of 8 inches, to be exact.
That's right. Third down for Marshall County. 3rd and 10 yards and 8 inches.
Thanks for the shout out.
That's right. Nix in the shotgun.
Passing situation.
3 wideouts to his right. Dropping back, rolling to his right. A lot of pressure coming to him. Throws it and incomplete. Just trying to get rid of it.
Smart. He had Isaiah Keys and about 6 others on his heels, able to just throw it at the feet of a defender and get out of there without losing any more yards. Brings up a 4th and 11.
District opponent Henderson County up on Central Hardin 7-6, and Graves County, they are trying to stub their toe once again against Mayfield. They were up 14-0 inside the red zone, had a chance to make it 21-0. They fumble it. Mayfield returns it for a touchdown to make it 14-6 instead of 21-0. Now it's tied at 14.
Oh,
you know, Graves County fans,
Come
Joe
on.
Jackson among them,
gotta be
sick right
frustrated.
now.
Yep.
Yep. There was a penalty against Marshall County. It's declined.
Looked like it was a face mask against them, so Hands in the face probably is what it's called.
4th down and 10 for Marshall County. Still just 9 yards total for the Marshalls this entire game of offense.
That's a good point. Actually, you have to subtract 8 inches from that.
That's true. 4th down and 10 and 8 inches. Here comes the pressure.
High
it's
snap.
a high snap, and that's
Oh.
going to be the punter following on it on the 26.
Man, got some things to clean up.
Coach Etheridge will get the Marshalls to do it, but it is a process. Now a chance for the Mustangs to get this to running clock territory. 1st down and 10 for the Mustangs on the 27. Marshall County.
I think they're going to go starters until the running clock for sure.
Oh, yeah. Just to make sure that nothing crazy happens against you. So Pryor Lamb with Hunter Bradley in the backfield. Sends Jeremiah Hughes Jr. in motion. Gets the snap. Hunter Bradley gets the snap. Tries to juke a defender, able to escape him, but not much past the line of scrimmage. Gain of about 2, 2nd and 8.
They're keying pretty heavily on Hunter Bradley. They expect him to get the ball a heavy dose. And so 9 guys in the box there. Converge on Hunter Bradley, drops him after a gain of 2.
2nd and 7. For McCracken County on the Marshall 24. Lamb dropping back to pass, airing it down the right side of the end zone. Has a man, it's caught, touchdown.
Man, Pryor Lamb is feeling it. Beautiful pass.
Jeremiah Hughes Jr.
That's Jeremiah's 2nd touchdown. Good luck picking the offensive player of the game, Eric. I'll give that one to you tonight.
That's one's going to stay your choice, my friend.
Whew. I have a feeling I know who I'm going to go with.
And so something to stick around for in the postgame show is who that will be. Snap good, hold good, kick is up, and it is good. 7:46, 3rd quarter, the Mustangs lead it 41-0. Leaving it here for the folks watching on YouTube. Jared, that was a very nice drive by the Mustang offense.
The cool thing about this so far is Pryor Lamb distributing the ball. Xander's had a catch, Nick Masick, Zach Masick, Jeremiah Hughes, Hunter Bradley. So you're looking at 5 receivers who've had some yards in the passing game. You need that. This team needs to not be a one-hit wonder or even a two-way go. You need to have multiple weapons, and so far this evening we've been able to give multiple kids some opportunities. Now, how they develop as the season goes on will play a lot into our success.
Here we go, back on radio in a second. Welcome back to the Baird broadcast booth. McCracken County on top of Marshall County, 41-0. The running clock has been activated here tonight. And McCracken County will kick off. It's an end-over-end kick. It will bounce at the 30. Take a bounce, and Ian McCune picks it up.
Sliding into home plate, grabs the beautiful job by Ian. That's the thing about Ian McCune. He's such a playmaker. I mean, it's not like he's special. I mean, he just makes a play. He's got a nose for it. You love that in a kid.
And he does that on the basketball floor just as much.
Yeah, I've seen him play a little bit, and he's a scrappy kid who is always going to be in the mix. If there's something going down, he's going to be right there. Get that loose ball, all those things. He got the loose ball there.
So 41-0, the Mustangs on top. And McCracken County going with the first string again. It will be Pryor Lamb back out there for the Mustangs.
The Masick twins back on the field together.
As a handoff up the middle to Carter Rowland, cuts it up inside the 20 to the 15.
Carter Rowland opting to use 0 moves to get out of the way of the safety, just flips over the top of him.
And it was a beaut.
Huge hole, by the way.
Indeed. Mustangs getting a lot of push up front. 6:38, third quarter.
Looks like Gavin Crass in at wide receiver. Got to see him last week. He's got some wheels on him.
41-0 McCracken County, 6:25, third quarter.
Only a sophomore, by the way, Gavin Crass.
Got a touchdown, as you mentioned last week. Carter Rowland trying to stiff arm a defender, gets hit behind the line. He'll get back near the line of scrimmage, maybe a short loss on the play. So he tried to go towards the sideline, knocked out around the sideline. Going to be a loss of about 1, 2nd and 11. Carter Rowland definitely very strong when he's going north to south. A little bit more susceptible when it's east to west.
Yeah, he's a strong guy. An 8th grader. He had the highest bench on the team. That's over all linemen as well. I think that was the case as a freshman too. I mean, he's a senior, so you're talking about Blakely, Miller, and all them.
Lamb gets the snap but fumbles it. It does go to Rowland, though. He's hit in the backfield and will be dropped for a loss. So that was just a snap that went right through Pryor's fingertips. There is a late flag that could be.
Probably a late hit, my guess.
I believe you're right.
I always think it's the other team. By the way, Jordan Bridges, he's also on the field. He's a sophomore. You're seeing a couple sophomores out here who can play some football. Crass and Bridges both are going to be some players in the future. Jordan Bridges is a wide receiver, long, athletic, good basketball player too.
It is a personal foul shot to the head. A face mask is against Marshall County. So that will be an automatic first down for McCracken County.
With 4:46 left in the third quarter, that clock rolling.
McCracken County proving to be quite the second half team.
Yep. Needed a chance to get going. What's the matter?
As the officials.
Talking to the chain gang?
Indeed.
There is technically a first down to be had if you get down to the 8-inch mark.
That 8-inch number comes back into play as there was an 8-inch loss earlier. Now it's that much to gain for a first down before the goal line.
Yeah, not first and goal.
First down and 10 at the.
Still discussion being had. Chain gang. You got Jeopardy music to cue up?
That's right. And so now they are.
Oh, hey, never.
They're changing the spot on the field, it looks like.
Now 2nd and 4. Yeah. So they're saying not an automatic first down. It's a spot foul, I guess. 10-yarder? I think there's two types of there's a spearing and then there's a hit to the head, I think. And those two, you know, one's a 15-yarder, I guess the other one's 5.
Spearing sounds serious.
Yes. That's when you lead with your head with the intent to injure. Hit to the head would mean that you're, you know, you just lead with your head, and it's like the unintentional face masking kind of thing, the personal foul versus incidental.
So it'll be 2nd and 4 for the Mustangs.
Clock rolls on
the Marshall 10, leading 41-0, 4:25, third quarter. As McCracken getting the play from the sideline. Has it.
Oh, we'll jump. They didn't call it.
And now they did.
And that gives us the first down. So both Zach Sims and Nick Masick go in motion. That's the tight end and the up back, which we call a stud. Switch sides, causing their defensive end to fall across the line of scrimmage.
That'll make it first and goal for the Mustangs at the 5. 3:48 and counting in the third quarter. Pryor Lamb in the shotgun. Carter Rowland behind him. Snap. And off to Rowland. He goes off left side and straight forward. Is he in?
They're calling him at the inside the 1.
And
I don't know. I thought he fell across the line.
2nd and goal. Graves County again near the red zone, turns it over, so they are falling all over themselves against Mayfield.
They can move the ball apparently. Just can't punch it in. That'll be a good game as well. End of the
Indeed.
season.
Second and goal for the Mustangs at the half-yard line. Pryor Lamb standing in the shotgun at the 5. Carter Rowland behind him. Snap. Handoff to Rowland. And into the end zone. It's a touchdown.
Giving the senior a touchdown. I believe that's his first of the season. Might have had one last week. Regardless, good to see Carter Rowland getting a touchdown on senior night. Hunter Bradley with the touchdown or 2. Jeremiah has 2 touchdowns.
And the Mustangs in control, leading 47-0, awaiting the extra point. Snap good, hold good, kick is up. It's good.
Barrett Buchanan with the extra point. He kicked last extra point as well. So it's seeing both kickers tonight. One's a sophomore, one's a junior.
It's good to see. As McCracken County takes a 48-0 lead. 2:44 in the third quarter. Now, if you're McCracken County, just continuing what you're doing on the defensive side, and if you're Marshall County, just trying to find some glimmers of success going into next week.
Sometimes it's good to start viewing this as just a practice opportunity. If you're Marshall County, I want to get reps. I want to see how guys react. I want to see how they play. I'm going to get some kids in different situations, try some things, and just try to grow. Like I said, it really doesn't really matter where you start. It's how much you grow from where you're at. If you're really, really good at the beginning of the season but never get any better, that's a failure of the season. You need to improve. And so Marshall County's got to take that mindset into how can I get better every week? Sometimes it's just playing hard to the end.
So McCracken will kick off. Back to Marshall County. And it's a nice kick. It will bounce at the 25.
Ooh.
And returned by Marshall at the 21. Back out to the 25, where they will take over.
We've done some good things on kickoff tonight. Placed a lot of kicks right where they are not. That one bounced, and I think it was Zach Masick was in a couple yards of recovering that.
The Mustang special teams tonight has been a thing of beauty.
Mm-hmm. Looks like Joe Casey in the game. Elijah Boone as well, the senior. Colton Hayden as well.
It was running both. Trust me.
Dorian Lewis up top.
As you can hear the ovation as Elijah was introduced. Hand off to the back. Is that a fumble?
No, but that's Elijah Boone with the tackle.
Indeed.
Tackle for a loss of 3 or 2.5 on the play. Great job for the senior, Elijah Boone.
Yes, he gets a nice ovation from the Mustang faithful.
A lot of love from his teammates as well.
Tillman up on Callaway County, 27-14. A minute left in the third quarter. Thank you to Coach Scott Civils for that score update. As it will be a timeout for Marshall County. We'll take one with a minute 16 in the third. Mustangs lead at 48-0. For the folks listening on YouTube for McCracken County, Jared, this has been a wonderful second half.
Yeah, we started slow, I guess. Just some mistakes, some fumbles, some turnovers, some situations like that. But kind of found our footing, and this is good early season stuff, just to kind of get comfortable in our new roles. Pryor Lamb has been just fantastic tonight. This is not a slight to their defense. He's throwing balls that are well placed. It's not like they're just throwing them up and we're better than them. It's been pretty. He's been pretty accurate. So that's
Indeed,
pretty cool.
Indeed.
Looks like Zach Sims, the sophomore tight end, is warming up. He's a lefty. Got himself a little cannon. He played in 8th grade as a quarterback. But man, he's a big dude. He's gonna fill out real well and be quite a force on the football field.
Back here in the Baird broadcast booth, want to give a shout out to Brent Hausman of Baird. Makes a great point. You and I have noticed this as well. Just he says, love how this year's team celebrates with each other and proud of each other for every great play their teammates make.
They definitely have a family mentality with their team.
It has been fun to watch for sure. 2nd and 13 for Marshall County on their own 21. McCracken leads 48-0 here in the third. As they hand off to the back, nothing doing at all.
A fumble?
As it was after the whistle, a fumble.
Yeah, it was Hunter Vlack on the tackle, another senior. He's been second-year starter in the mix, even as a sophomore a little bit. A lot of experience on the field this year that you just can rely on, And a lot of juniors, though, getting experience too. The defense will be good for a couple years.
3rd and 15, 44 seconds left in the third. With McCracken up 48-0.
Marshall County keeps on going backwards.
As a throw to the left flat, incomplete by Marshall County after a lot of pressure coming. And that will do it for the third quarter.
Connor Nix has definitely been smart about not trying to, worsen the field situation, throwing that away when nothing developed downfield. He's definitely a rollout quarterback. They send him out there a lot. Hasn't connected a whole lot tonight, but he's got some tools he can use. He's got an arm. Toughness.
That's it for the third quarter. After 3, McCracken leads 48-0. Keeping it here, Jared Adams. Just a wonderful third quarter last week for the Mustangs. A wonderful third quarter again tonight for the Mustangs.
Yeah, you're seeing us really, explode in the third quarter. Probably got a talking to at halftime to sharpen some things up. But lo and behold, coming out playing sharp.
It is Mayfield on top of Graves County, 21-14. Graves County was up 14-0, just yards away from going up 21-0. They fumble it. Mayfield picks it up, goes down for the touchdown to make it 14-6. Graves County. Now Mayfield leads 21-14 over Graves County. If the Cardinals win this one, you're going to have Graves County fans sick to their stomach all season.
You couldn't ask for a better opportunity. By the way, in that third quarter, we had 196 yards rushing, 196 yards passing to game total, sorry. So we're even at the third quarter mark.
As there's a snap that goes into the end zone for Marshall County and kicked out of the end zone for a safety. That'll make it 50-0 Marshall County, and there's just nothing going their way right now.
No way. Okay, they got some special teams issues. They got some snapping issues. That's the second punt they've had go over the head of the punter.
And so 11:49 fourth quarter. That makes it 50-0 McCracken County. And you hate to see it from Marshall County, Coach Etheridge and company. Just a rough second half for that group overall, and you're just trying, like we said a few minutes back, to find something to go your way to build on for next week.
You're right. So the program's in good hands.
Indeed.
There's no doubt about it. Marshall County does sports well anyways. He's going to have the support needed to bring that program back. But the biggest thing that they need that I can see is an off season. They need the weight room. They need practice time. They need, just that maturing process. You hate to see them struggle so much, but one of the things that's the most effective is just time in the weight room, getting bigger. They don't have a very big offensive line. That doesn't help. You want to be a rushing team. You need to be able to run the ball.
As I just thinking of my buddy Joe Jackson, that game's not over, Graves County and Mayfield, but knowing how passionate he is about the Eagles just as much as I am about the Mustangs, he will be sick to his stomach if they lose to Mayfield in that fashion.
You're right.
And what a win it could be for Mayfield, too.
That would be a big game for them.
As there's a kick that McCracken County recovers at the 40 and returns. Gavin Crass across the 45 makes some nice moves to get out to midfield.
He's got some wheels. Able to get out, steps out of bounds around the 50-yard line, but I like to see that kid run, and he's only a sophomore. So you got a couple athletes there in that sophomore class, Jordan Bridges, Gavin Crash right there. That's going to be some fun. Looks like Zach Sims coming in at quarterback, I think.
Nope, penalty.
As there is a discussion amongst the referees, a flag on the field. It's going to be a legal block in the back against McCracken County.
It's running, Bubba. It's running.
And so that will move McCracken back from midfield to inside their own 40. A chance to watch some of the Mustang reserves come in for some time. 50-0, I believe.
I believe that's correct.
And so McCracken will take over.
One of these two is a real good baseball player.
At their own 38 as they hand off to Gavin Crass. Goes off left side. There's a flag in the backfield across the 40 and out to about the 42. Want to welcome back our good friend David Dodd, who was not with us last week, but with us this week. And also Julian Mitchell, always around McCracken Sports, does a wonderful job. Everything he does here. Can't help but thank the both of them for all they do.
Yeah, they're the old guard, the old faithful.
I'll let you deal with that comment as they look over to you.
Yeah,
You're on your own, my friend.
The side eye from
That's
David
right.
Dodd says it
That's
all.
right. And I certainly wouldn't mess with Julian. His handshakes alone will bring a man to his knees. He is the strongest hand west of the Mississippi.
West
Or east.
or east of it.
That's right. I'm sure west, too.
Depends on where he's at.
That's right. As it will be first down and 23 now for the Mustangs on
That's
their own 25.
An inopportune time to hold.
Indeed.
Got some new faces in on the offensive line, too. Try to go through them for you. Brody Phelps, the left tackle.
One of
He's
the
a freshman.
It's right. Someone Coach Clark very high on from the freshman class. As Crass hit in the backfield, he'll be dropped for a short loss. That'll make it second and about 30.
Correction, that was Zeno Cornelius in the background.
Also want to give a shout out to Zeno's dad as I look on my text messages and saw a shout out. Zeno Cornelius, shout out from his dad. Second and 29 officially for the Mustangs on their own 19, leading 50-0. 8:15 left in the ball game.
Getting the young guns in there.
Indeed. Chance to see some of the future Mustangs. Snap. Quick throw to the left. That is complete. And then dropped. Looked upfield a little too quick, did
he
Crass.
had some room, too.
Or Jordan Bridges, I'm sorry.
Let me go through the offensive line for you, starting at right tackle. You got number 62, Jordan Phelps, a junior, 274. Then you got number 67, Brady Cadwell at right guard. The center is 68, Gage Cunningham. And we got some big boys out there. Gabe Milam at left guard. And Brody Phelps at left tackle. Probably average 250 on the line.
I agree. As there's another flag in the backfield.
Can't get out of our own way.
False start, it looks like, for McCracken County. It is a running clock, but due to some penalties that stop it momentarily, it's not full-fledged running clock, but correction, it does not stop. It just feels like it does because play stops.
After a touchdown, it stops.
That's right. There's been quite a few of those.
But it is now 3rd and 34.
Not too many plays in the playbook for that.
Run left or run right is what I would do.
What about up the middle?
Or that, too.
That's right. 6:30 left in the fourth. See which side McCracken wants to go with it. Snap. They are going to try to pass it. As
He's just going to take off run.
that's right. Quarterback keeper up the middle for a gain of about 3. And that'll make 4th and 31. And a punt to
As
Marshall.
a car alarm goes off in the background.
That's right.
That's nice.
Just some sound effects to add to the scenery here tonight. It is now stopped. So Graves County was once up 14-0 over their bitter rivals, now down 21-14. And Graves County just threw another interception.
Oh,
So Mayfield,
wow,
what a comeback.
kick.
And this is a nice punt as it goes across a 45 to the 49-yard line. It will be down. Nice job again by Xander Mays.
It's nice to have a reliable punter.
Good news is Dylan Carlson just hit a 3-run home run for the Cardinals to give them a nice sizable lead over the Pirates.
Sorry, I just fell asleep. What were you talking about?
You just don't have the passion for baseball anymore, do you?
Anymore. The only time I liked it was when I was playing because I wasn't bored. I was the catcher. Pretty good catcher, by the way.
You just decided to give it up early?
Well, I couldn't hit, so. But try to steal home on me. Watch what happens.
That's right.
Oh.
And McCracken jumps off sides to start this drive. 1st and 10 for Marshall on the 49. Will become 1st and 5 on the 44. As the car alarm going back off. So it is 4 minutes, 30 seconds left in this one. Snap for Marshall County, handoff to the back.
Fumbled.
It's a fumble, and it's recovered by
Scoop and
McCracken
score.
County. With the pickup for the Mustangs is Clayton Reeves, and he will house it for the scoop and score for McCracken County.
If you remember Colton Reeves, that's his brother.
And so that will be a 56-0.
No, that looks like it's coming back.
It
We
is
had someone
coming
behind
back.
the play.
Oh. And so it will be a block in the back against McCracken County, I think, that will negate that scoop and score.
But it will give us the ball. But
Are they going to count it?
well, they're still placing the ball there on the.
How many defensive scores tonight? Or
That's the first one.
I'm
That'll
sorry,
be
how many
4th of the
defensive
season.
turnovers created tonight?
4 or 5.
And so the McCracken County Mustangs, as they are still deliberating, I think are going to count the touchdown.
Curious why that was changed because it was obvious.
I'm a bit confused myself as we are awaiting the.
The points are coming on the board.
So Clayton Reeves.
Colton Reeves' younger brother. He's got a younger one, too. I think he's in middle school, I don't know if I'm not mistaken. Clayton Reeves is not the same build as Colton. He's a linebacker. But beautiful job on the scoop and score. Got some wheels on him, too.
And so the extra point is up and good. 2:40 left in this one. McCracken up 57-0. And Jared, his defense has been salty once again. 2nd straight week for a scoop and score.
And this time we're see if we can hold on to that goose egg.
I was still trying to figure out the rule because there was a legal block in the back in the midst of the return, I thought.
I don't know.
So it will be Marshall to get the football back as we tick under the 2-minute mark. So another scoop and score for McCracken County. That is a wonderful.
Yeah, that's our 4th defensive touchdown on the year, by the way. With a, we've had 3 turnovers tonight too, but let's see, that's 3. I'd say we've had 4 or 5 tonight. So that's 7 on the season. So that's a +4 margin. That's not bad.
Look at 4 times on that pickup,
So it will be McCracken to kick off with 1:16 left in this one.
Just give me 25. Oh, they marked it off on the kick.
So what they're doing is they're applying the penalty to the kickoff. So it must have scored first. So it was a dead ball penalty. Thus the.
So that explains everything. And so that will be
Under a minute.
McCracken kicking off now with 43 seconds left. As the kick it goes out of bounds. Illegal procedure on the kick against McCracken County. And if you're a McCracken County fan, you need to make an opportunity to watch this team every single chance you can, whether in person or with us on YouTube, listening by radio. This is a fun group to watch.
Yes, it is. We're set up for a good year.
And that's the final score. The Mustangs win it tonight, 57-0. As McCracken County moves to 2-0 on the season, Marshall County drops to 0-2. And overall, a wonderful start to this 2020